Yo, we rolling deep with the Jets on a team full of dreams under these bright skies. The world is our stage, we ain't gonna hide. Green and white till we die. Jets worldwide, wide. Johnny Boy and Snowball in the zone. Yo, we're family here, never alone. Jets worldwide, this is where we shine. A true dedication, victory's our sign. Green and white forever, we in our prime. You know we gon' ride, just give it some time. 2025, hear the crowd going wild. You know we spitting truth, nothing but style. A city that never sleeps, we going buck wild. Our hearts beat as we Jets worldwide, wide. Victory's a feeling we won't let go.
I think it's time for us to let that video go.
Yes, new intro coming soon
to a Jets Worldwide, wide Friday show to you guys. Hey, man, Friday, baby. We made it. The week, we're here. Thank you, everybody in the chat. That's finally you've said Jets Worldwide, Friday night, 7:30. Be there or be square, baby. We're here. Snowball.
Yes.
How was your fun-filled week?
Oh, listen, the educational institution of education in America is always a thriving institution. We have plenty of customers. I'm just waiting for, everyone to buy. That's it. I'm selling education, and I'm trying to get buyers. So it's a tough sell sometimes, but I have to tell you the truth. I wouldn't change it for the world. I love what I do, and I can't imagine myself doing anything else.
Hey, if anything, I am an individual of what you've taught. And because of that, I'm here and I appreciate you, man. So keep up the good work. And yeah, I mean, you taught me how to do my ones, my twos, right? Exactly. So, but
how was your week? Did you have a good week?
Yeah, man. Back into the full swing of things with work, which has been great. Okay. Still doing PT. Got a procedure coming up on next week, so it's part of it. So which is straight. But
how much bigger are you gonna make it?
They got to go inside and they have to do some stuff, but it's like same day, nothing crazy or anything. But but
gotcha.
It's Friday, baby, and you know what they say: we got paid. We got bills to pay, man, and we broke as anything. So if you guys are watching the show, please hit the like and hit the sub. But we have a fun-filled show today. Snowball, let them know what we're doing, I think, right?
Oh, yeah. All right. So for those of you unfamiliar, we have done this once before or twice before?
Twice.
We've done this twice before. This is called Alter Ego. So our guests who are coming on will take on the personas of people in the Jets organization. So tonight we have someone who will be coming in portraying Aaron Glenn, and another individual who will be coming in to portray Darren Mougey. So they will take on their personas. We will ask them questions, and they will answer the questions, we hope, the way they can't answer when the media asks questions.
100%.
So I think it's going to be a fun show.
Yeah, we try to switch it up a little bit, try to make it as fun as we can. I mean, this will be an interactive type of show. So chat and everybody that's watching, first off, thank you for watching the show. But put some questions in there. If we like it, we'll make sure we start it and we will ask them. But you have to make sure you put question for Mougey, question for Glenn, right? And try to keep it, PG, I guess, right? Like, I don't know. Let's have fun tonight, man. So with that being said, should we bring him on?
100%.
All right. Well,
and we're bringing him in fast and furious. We're going boom and boom. That's it. We don't waste time.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Should we put the music on tonight? What do you think? Like nice little or should we just get into it, man?
I'm a big fan of just going in.
Oh, me too. All right. Well, first off, Thank you, Chaos, for coming on to the show. Mr.
Yes.
Matt O'Leary, thank you for coming on to the show today. How are you guys feeling?
Thanks for having us, guys. I'm having a great night. Look at this. My co-host, my two other pals, Snowball and Johnny. What a Friday night.
Yeah, I feel like Matt O'Leary is my Darren Mougey in real life.
We got the Long Island
Yes.
reps on this side, and then we have the out of state reps on that side. So there you go. We're all ready to go. We kind of introduced the show and what's happening. How have you guys been? We haven't seen you in quite a while. Things are going well.
Yeah, it's been busy. Got married since the last time I saw you guys. Got a puppy since the last time I saw you guys. So it's been a little hectic at the O'Leary house the last couple months.
Okay. Well, listen, marriage and puppies. Who could ask for more?
Matt, I heard you were around my way, around VA when you got the puppy. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Gotta let me know next time you win, because I definitely, you meet the wifey and your wife and her could chill. You and I could go get some brews and just get I'm just kidding because I can't drink, but
it was a long drive. It's funny. I was talking to you that day and I was like, yeah, I'm actually on the way to Virginia. I'm going to Virginia to get a dog. So drove round trip. It was about 6 hours each way.
Oof.
Did it all in one day. It was fun. Good times.
Nice.
Chaos.
Jeremy?
Anything with you? Got a new cat, new dog, new
I
beaver?
I
Anything?
still got the same two dogs, the same stuff. Ain't no major changes here, really. Just I'm more time lately to watching film. And just so everybody knows, Green Bean Jets fan, the channel will be up and running on Sunday. We'll be covering the Patriots Houston Texans game. So the channel will be going. Green Bean won't be back until next week, the following week, but the channel will be up and running. So come watch me on that channel, do the game reaction and support the channel. Because even though Green Bean's away, we still need to keep that channel going and active and everything.
Okay.
So before we get into it, right, some news came out today that kind of shocked me. I've been talking about it a lot, and there's been questions out there about, what does, Glenn do well? What are they doing right now that gives you any kind of I don't know, a feeling, makes you feel good that next year it's going to be okay? And then you see all of these defensive coaches that were interviewed for that position itself today. Nothing is being leaked out. I mean, at one point, we literally had a dude that was inside of a bush taking pictures of what's going on. I don't know if you guys have saw it. I don't know if you guys have seen the news that started coming out and everything, but we're going to show all of the DC candidates that are out there right now that they did their first round of interviews. I want to get your guys' thoughts on what you guys think of that. I mean, is this weird that nothing is getting leaked out like that? I mean, what do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised that we didn't get, almost day by day or a couple at a time. Like, the Jets are meeting with, Jim Leonard, for example, or, Chris Harris is getting an interview today. The only two names that we really heard of was the guy from the Dolphins, Arujo, today.
Mm-hmm.
And then besides that, there's been the Wink rumblings as well. So it was surprising to see it all drop at once. I wasn't expecting that. A little late Friday afternoon news dump for the New York Jets. And, obviously going to have to dive a little bit deeper into all these candidates and see who's the best of the bunch.
Chaos. The narrative out there is that we won't get any DC's interviews that are going to be big names. And from what I see, two of these are the names that have been now. I don't know about the Wink one, right? I'm kind of weary about it, but the Jim Leonard, to me, it's the heart. I put that heart. If I could make a heart and have it around it, I would, because that would be awesome. But what's your thoughts on all of this?
Well, I mean, I think the narrative that no one will come here is a narrative that's been made up by the fan base. And I'm not saying there's no truth to it, or there aren't some people who would never come here due to some historical things, or maybe Woody's reputation. It's possible, but this fan base has created this narrative that is almost treated like a factual, real thing. We can't hire real people, and real people won't come here because we're the Jets. And there's no evidence to that. There absolutely is zero evidence to that. Like, you know, money talks. New York market, money, and it's also a situation that talks. Like it's if we would have the number 1 pick and we were looking for a new coach, or or next year was in a situation where we were going to get one of the top quarterbacks, suddenly that kind of thing impacts new head coaches, like, or established head coaches. But I just think it's I just don't know if there's any reality. I think that these guys that are interested in NFL positions, we don't know what's going through their mind, but I think a lot of them just want money and situation. And they might be thinking, I could go to the Jets and only improve what they did, because they're the worst. They were the worst last year. They were invisible. They got a bunch of draft picks. I can go there and I'm definitely going to take a step up for this organization and improve that defense. And it just depends on mindset of what they're looking for in the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think the reality of it is that there are 32 teams in the NFL, and there's only so many positions to go around. So when one opens up, you'd be a fool not to at least interview. And you can say no, but it's your choice. But see what they're offering and see what the situation is going to be, and take it from there. So anybody on the list stand out to you guys?
I mean, to me, I think Jim Leonard's got to be the favorite of the bunch, right? Like, he's worked under Vance Joseph the last couple of years. He ran a really good defense at Wisconsin and feels like an ascending guy. There's other Durante Jones, excuse me, I think is an interesting candidate too. I mean, we were saying it earlier. I don't know how much confidence Wink Martindale would give me in this staff. I just kind of feel like his best days are behind him. I didn't think he did an amazing job at Michigan, and the last year or two in Baltimore, and then the 2 years with the Giants were fairly mediocre. So I kind of feels like going down the Steve Wilkes route again for me personally. But I think Leonard, to me, is the clear best candidate on this list.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I'm glad you said that, because I agree 100%. I think the wink is us revisiting the whole Wilkes situation all over again. And to be honest, once they put all of this out, I think it was a giant reality check for the entire fan base. So what I did there, guys? For you
nice.
guys, right? Yeah. Right. But just to let them know that, dude, I had no idea. Like, everything was being said that Jim Leonard was going to the Giants, and it was a done deal. And that was it. He was over there. And then this pops off, and I'm like, nobody knows.
This doesn't weaken the chances that he goes to the Giants, though, does it? I mean, he can interview for both teams.
Yeah, same stadium. Doesn't matter.
Correct. But what I'm trying to say is they were making it seem like it was already done. Like he was already wearing the new blue over there and everything, and it was done. You know what I'm saying? And I see this, and I'm like, no, he's interviewing. So I like it. Is what I'm trying to say. So I feel it's a good feeling to know that nothing is being leaked out, and I like it.
Yeah, I'll say this: it'd be really hard if the Giants offer him the job to get him. Like, there's just a lot of ties to him, and obviously with him going to play for John, to work with John Harbaugh. If you look at the players and the personnel already that the Giants have there, like you're licking your chops, right? I mean, look, you got a sacks guy, 16 sacks for Brian Burns. I doubt any of the coaches in this league have given up on the idea that Abdul Carter could still explode as a good player. I don't think that his one rookie year is going to be the final judgment on him, especially if you're a young coordinator coming in there, you know you're going to have that thought of, I can help, develop this guy. And then they have this good draft pick coming up that can very easily go to a guy like Caleb Downs. So, I mean, it's just hard to imagine him coming to us if the Giants make him an offer. But he'd be a great candidate. I agree with that 100%. If he did want to come here, he would be exciting, because that's how you get like the star guy, right? Like all these guys, all the coordinators in the league that are established people that other teams really want, they all once were rookie coaches. Somebody gave them that first chance as a coordinator, and then they turned out to be one of the brilliant minds. And I think Jim Leonhard gives you that opportunity, that maybe, you could be the team that finds that next star coordinator.
No faith in Jim O'Neill? No faith in Aaron Glenn's former underling?
It's really hard to take an Aaron Glenn underling, because I didn't think of. I don't believe to this day that we hired Aaron Glenn as the coach because he was such a great special defensive coordinator. I think they hired him as a leader. Like, they saw him and believed that he was going to be this leader. I don't think they hired him because they thought he was this genius coordinator that was going to come in. And I think the fact that he hired a defensive coordinator and it seems like pretty much stayed out of it and allowed Wilks to do what he did is proof of that he never came in with the mentality that he was going to, like a Rex Ryan situation where when you hired Rex Ryan as a head coach, he still brought in his defense. I don't think that's the case with Aaron Glenn. So getting an underlink of his from a team that, a guy from Miami, a guy from Detroit, I'm not so interested in that. It doesn't mean they can't be great, but I want at least somebody, if it's their first time in the position, coming from an organization, coming from a team, coming from a mentor that was special and thought outside, and maybe you want to believe that they were part of that specialness, that they were, on that team in that room helping create some of the genius of that coach.
Matt, let me ask you this. So let's just say, right, and I'm just throwing this out there. Jim Leonhard comes over here, turns around this defense, and he does it pretty quickly. What does that do for his resume? Does that put him on like over the top to when these next rounds of head coaches start to go around? He's like that guy. Oh man, look what Jim Leonhard did over there with the New York Jets, and they were shitty as anything. As our guy over here, and Mr. Jake Asmus says, 4 great men discussing 7 of the 8 shitty candidates that are the Jets have interviewed. So, but Matt, your thoughts on that?
For Jim, yeah, I mean, I do think that would obviously help his rising star. I think all these guys have goals of becoming a head coach one day, and he's a defensive background guy, and worked his way up and was a coordinator and then an interim head coach at Wisconsin, and was brought in as a defensive assistant with Denver. I'm assuming he wants to take that next step and become a DC, but as you just kind of laid out, yeah, that would be a big deal. That, taking over a defense that was really bad and turning them into one of the league's best. I'm sure, personnel would have a factor in that too, but he absolutely would, I think, help his own cause going forward for his future resume if he was to turn around a defense that was one of the worst in the NFL.
100%. I mean, again, it's just the narrative that nobody is going to come over here and interview with the New York Jets. And here they are. So
they did. You have 8 people on your screen who walked through the front doors of one Jets drive. So
8 men who said I'd work for that team. Maybe 8. I don't think Jim Leonhard's really saying that. I think he's just saying, well, just in case like the Giants, the deal with John Harbaugh blows up, I got to have something to back myself.
Yeah, and I like what you've done with the place since I left playing for the Jets. It's very nice. It looks very good. So listen, I think this is a perfect lead-in to get the ball rolling with Alter Ego. So we can say goodbye to the 8 angry men, and we can bring us back to this. Before we get started, though, they did take a group photo of the defensive coordinators. Chris Harris actually took the picture, and Jim Leonard and Wink Martindale are in the middle of the photo. So there you go. That's the photo that they took at the defensive coordinators meeting, and
Nice.
it was very nice. The two most attractive. So let's get it rolling, Johnny. We're gonna have Matt O'Leary as Darren Mougey. Nothing to do with his height whatsoever, and Jeremy will be playing the part of Aaron Glenn because he does such an amazing Aaron Glenn impersonation. Just before we get started, Jeremy, I have brought it because for you, okay, I've been holding this the entire time we've been talking. So
Don't let go of the rope.
I
Don't let
got
go
the
of that
rope.
rope.
Okay, the rope
Don't let
is
go of
ready.
that rope.
The rope is ready. I will drop this at the end of the 2026 season if you suck. All right, so we're just gonna hold on to that here, and
Hold that rope. You hold that rope. Don't let go of that rope.
good.
So
warming you
Snowball.
up.
So
Yes.
Snowball, real quick, just for everybody that is coming in right now and watching the show itself, let them know what we're about to get ready to do.
So this is Alter Ego. Our two guests, Matt O'Leary and Jeremy from Jets Chaos, and Matt O'Leary and why. We're going to be asking them questions, and they will be taking on the personas, the alter egos of Darren Mougey and Aaron Glenn. So they'll be answering the questions. Listen, I'm not holding back. I'm going to ask questions that, and I'm hoping that they answer the way they really can answer on when they talk to the media. I would like some real, honest, down and dirty answers to these questions. That way, we can get to the heart of it. So that is what's happening. And if you're in the audience right now, I just want to remind you that we really appreciate. We are on the climb to 500 subscribers. So we're really trying to get there. We've been doing this for a long time, and it has been a long walk so far. So if you are so kind as to hit the like button and let other people know that we're on, and hit the subscribe button, because we try not to let you down. We try to deliver some quality entertainment. As you can see below us, we have these valuable, very distinguished Jets YouTubers with us this evening. So for some reason, we're not paying them, so they're here. I don't know why they're here, but they are. So they must like us for some reason. If they like us, you should like us too. All right. So let's get the ball rolling. Johnny, I'm going to give you the first question, and you can address it to whoever you wish.
All right. Well, so let's go ahead and take it to the GM. So I'm going to ask Mougey first. Darren, is it okay if I call you Darren?
Perfectly fine.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. I saw your interview with Eric the other day. Awesome interview. But I felt like there was a couple of questions that were left unanswered. So I would like to maybe recap some of them and bring it over here to Jets Worldwide. So I'm going to ask you this. After a disappointing first season under this regime, how do you evaluate the head coach's performance? And do you still have full confidence in his ability to lead the team?
He ain't let go of that rope.
I still am hanging on to that rope. I wish I had Snowball's rope that I could be holding on to right now. Look, unfortunately, this year did not go the way that any of us were planning for it to go. And we traded two key members of this team at the trade deadline in Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner when we realized that the season was going off the rails. And I feel really good about the return that we got. And, for Aaron, I think he looked like a rookie head coach, man. There's going to be moments for a young coach where they really struggle. And when you're starting undrafted rookie free agent at quarterback, it's going to get even worse. But I think we're going to give Aaron another shot in 2026. And I'm going to give him a good draft class, just like I did last year. And if things don't improve, then we can evaluate at that point. And if we have to make a decision, I'll make sure to inform Woody Johnson that I, once again, had a good draft class and I deserve to choose who the next head coach of this team is going to be. But I hope it doesn't get to that point. I'm rooting for Aaron. He was a big reason why I came here. So I'm rooting for the guy.
As I'm rooting for Darren, and I'll give a good word to Woody when I report to Woody and tell him whether or not we're going to keep Mougey around.
Little tense there. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
there's no issue. There's no issue with us, having no hierarchy. That's fine.
No.
This works every time. Every organization does it this way.
Do you guys hug each other every day?
I hug Aaron every day.
You
I
hug
love
Aaron every day.
He hugs
That's
me.
good.
He's good. He's a good hugger. He's a good hugger. I mean, he doesn't do
All
it like my folks, but he's a good hugger though.
Okay.
Mr. Glenn, I have a question for you, sir. Would you like me to call you Mr. Glenn or Aaron or AG?
You call me AG. You call me Mr. Glenn. You call me Aaron. Whatever you want to call me is not going to matter as long as you don't let go of that rope, son.
All right. Well, AG, kind of piggyback off of what I just asked, Mougey. So looking back on your first season, what do you see as the biggest factors that contributed to the team's underwhelming performance? And how much responsibility do you take for those results?
Well, let's just say this roster wasn't what we thought it was when we started the season. Okay, this roster wasn't. It turns out that Quinn Will sucks balls, but that's beside the point. Okay, that's beside the point, right? When you got players that decide they want to take playoffs, they take playoffs. They don't want to play every play. They want to do this. They want to do that. You realize that you have to fix your roster. You have to get guys that want to play. You have the guys that want to be on your team, and that's what we're doing here. We got a vision here where we're going to get 53 players who want to be here, who want to play every game, and that's what we're doing. Now, there's been mistakes, but there's been growth too. We took great strides during this season, great strides that we're proud of and we're holding on to. And you'll see us build on that going into next year. As far as accountability, we're all learning. And we make mistakes, and then we learn from our mistakes. And as you saw this year, we did a great job in learning from our mistakes and growing as the season came to an end.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
So just to follow up with that, losing by 23 points for the last 5 games, how does that show growth as a team? We can give this to both GM and head coach. So let's start with the head coach first. How does losing by 23 points per game at the end of the season show growth?
Well, first of all, our quarterbacks got hurt. We're starting a rookie undrafted free agent who wasn't supposed to be up in that part of his development. We had a lot of injuries, a lot of guys not playing on defense, a lot of guys trying to figure it out. And, it didn't come together that way, but the games were a lot more competitive than you think they were. A couple of balls bounce our way, a couple of calls that didn't go our way would have changed those games around very easily. 1-2 plays. I know it looks on TV like we're getting killed and it's inexcusable, but that's not really what you're seeing. What you're seeing is growth. You're seeing people learning. You're seeing guys working hard in every play. You're seeing that. That's what you're seeing. But you don't know that you're seeing that because of the score. You're too focused on the score.
All right. Maybe we won't focus on the score as much, but do you believe that there was growth at the end of the season, Darren? Do you think AG showed growth as a head coach and losing by 23 points?
No, there was actually intentional not growth. We decided, or I decided, that it was time to shut this shit down. We are going to do our best to get the best possible draft pick. After Tyrod got hurt against the Miami Dolphins, we looked at the rest of the year and said, well, we have an opportunity to, we'll use the word evaluate, to evaluate some of the guys who haven't played very much this year. And if we happen to lose games because of that, it's not the worst thing in the world. So, I'm not really looking at the last 5 games. I'm really more focused on the first 12 games, which now that I say that, I realize wasn't a hell of a lot better. But yeah, we don't have to hold AG accountable. That was partially on me for influencing them to shut this down for a little bit here at the end of the year.
We tanked that shit. That shit.
So growth of knowledge about the players. We'll take it at that. Johnny, do you have any other follow-ups or questions?
I do. AG. So how you doing? I'm Johnny here from the Papa Bear newspaper.
Yeah, you the one that got sick. We almost lost you. I pay attention to everything.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Everybody's doing well, man. Big fan. But the fans are very divided right now, and fans have been really vocal about their dissatisfaction and are calling for changes at the top. How do you respond to that criticisms, and what message do you have for the supporters who feel let down?
Well, look, I'm gonna start with that Jake ass man. Okay, that ass, that little shit. I shit bigger shit balls than him. Okay, so look, that little shit. You know, they talk and they talk and they talk, man. That he ain't even played softball in his life. Okay. You know what I mean? I could spit him through a straw for all I care. So he could say what he want, but my man Tannenbaum, if you see my man Tannenbaum, set him straight every week, sets him straight live on his ESPN, and it just sets him straight and lets him know the truth. And the truth being that the real fans holding on to that rope, they're the ones that can get rewarded. They're the ones that are going to get rewarded because we have a vision. Can't you see we have a vision? We have a clear vision of what we want to do, and we're clearly doing it. You saw us doing it. First, it started with field goals. We're the only team in the NFL. You don't come into our stadium. We don't come into your stadium. And you will never see us lose 3 points due to a blocked field goal. That's something that nobody improved the way we improved from year to year in lack of blocked field goals. This is the progress you could expect to see in every area of the New York Jets. Just be patient. Just be patient. Maybe next year we'll be the best team at not fumbling the ball backwards 5 yards. Maybe we'll only fumble it 3 yards forward or 1 yard back. But you will know that we will be the team with the least incidents of fumbles that lose 5 yards.
I want to piggyback off of that, and this is for Mougey. How you doing, Darren? This is reporter for the Danger Zone, and kind of to piggyback off of that. Well, look, there's a lot of fans that are demanding the head coach's job right now, and he stated some of the individuals, especially Jake, that's really big in the community itself. What's your response to that settlement, and under what circumstances would you consider making a change at that position?
Well, we like to tune out the noise. I'm not familiar with this Jake Assman that Jets Chaos. I don't know who that is either. That Aaron Glenn was just talking about. I really keep my focus on what's going on inside my own building at One Jets Drive, and we have a plan in place. We believe it's going to go well, but as I said earlier, if it doesn't go well in 2026, I'm going to get in Woody Johnson's ear and tell him that, hey, I had another good draft class. I could do it again for you in 2027. Let me pick the head coach.
Awesome. Here's a question from reporter Teagle, talking Jets with Teagle. Snowball, would you read your Teagle? Reporter Teagle.
Tigo sent a question in. Let me put up on the screen, cover AG and Mougey. Ask, now who's to blame for the fact that we had to run out an undrafted free agent rookie QB? Fields and Taylor are both injury-prone QBs going into the season. So who's to blame for Cook starting? I put in the hms.
And question is for both of you guys.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to blame God, because he was the reason why the injuries happened. The big man upstairs. It just wasn't our year, right? And I would throw it back. What other options were out there for us at the quarterback position? You know, it wasn't a great free agency class, and we didn't feel like we needed to take a quarterback 7th overall. We wanted to get Armand Membu in here and get our offensive line going. So it was, we had higher hopes for Justin Fields. It didn't go the way that it did. We figured that Tyrod Taylor could come in and play games if we needed him to. Unfortunately, both those guys got hurt. Sometimes you got to shrug your shoulders and go, this year's just not our year, and think that, you know what, maybe next year we'll go out and get him.
We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know that Justin Fields is going to come out and play the worst football of his life. Did I just say that? Technically, I'm not supposed to be talking like that. But let's be honest. We all saw. Now you saying this Tigo guy, okay, who by the way I think is Mike McDonald infiltrating our organization, but that's neither here nor there. But let me say this. The reality is that Jake Assman started this whole thing, right? When he said we should have held on to Aaron Rodgers. Let me tell you this. With Aaron Rodgers, how many games we win? 6 games? We win 6 games with Aaron Rodgers. And then where we are in the draft. Because I heard a lot of people saying, tank. And here we are now at number 2 in the draft. We got the number 2 pick, not the number 8 pick or the number 9 pick. So where we are, where is Aaron Rodgers now? Where's he watching the game? Where's his coach? What happened to his head coach? So I'll say this. Like Darren Mougey said, we combed the league. We combed the league with a fine-tooth comb. And the only guy we could come up with was Justin Fields.
AG, how you doing? My name is Nick from the Nick Shine Show Daily News.
Who's that? Dick Shine?
Nick Shine. That's
Dick
that's
Shine.
my name.
Okay.
Yep. From the Nick Shine Show Daily News. Question for you: were there any specific in-game decisions or strategic choices that this season that you regret, and how would you approach them differently moving forward?
Well, we did. We switched our direction, and we did things differently because, as you remember, 6-7 games into the season, we made trades, right? We knew that we had to go a different direction. Sometimes a vision has to have a plan B. We went with the plan B. We decided that with this roster, we weren't going to fulfill our vision. So what we did was Darren, and he did a very good job. I want to say that right now publicly, that Darren Mougey did a wonderful job in getting us a great return for Quinnen Williams. And then the Sauce Gardner, to be honest with you, they called us and made us offers that we couldn't refuse for the benefit of this team. So we changed direction. We adjusted the vision. But I assure you that we are aligned with that vision now. And we have that vision. Don't let go of the rope.
Oh.
I want to actually follow up on that, and this will be a question for both Darren and AG. Could you take us inside the room when you were talking to Aaron Rodgers, and Woody's in the room with you? Can you open the door? Could you kind of let us behind the scenes? What was that conversation? What happened during that conversation with Aaron Rodgers?
Well, he basically, let's do it as an analogy. He pulled down his pants and showed us his. I pulled down my pants and showed him mine. And out the door he went.
Mougey, can you give any truth to what was just said?
Matt is crying.
I was not in the room at the time. I said, Aaron, this is your team. This decision is on you. And as GM, if things go poorly, I will just leak out to one of our beat reporters 5 years after the fact that I wanted to do something different at the quarterback spot so that I could get another job down the line. But I don't have to worry about that right now. I said, Aaron, this is your team. You pick who you would like. I can neither confirm nor deny those reports that AG just said.
Got it. Darren, this is another question for you. How you doing? My name is Jay from 3 Sibs Daily News. And I wanted to ask you, what were the key roster decisions or draft picks from last offseason that didn't pan out as expected? And how will that inform your approach this upcoming draft?
Yeah, this year, you know what? I made the unfortunate mistake of thinking that we could turn a track star into a wide receiver. And now I'll know going into year 2 that when I draft a receiver this year, I have to choose one that can use his hands to catch the football. So that's on me. That's, we all learn in year 1. We have these issues. I know on the consensus mock, he was ranked like the 300th best player. I had him way higher than that. Again, hand up. That's on me. An area that I need to improve. I will dig some more and take a closer look at, looking at wide receivers who can catch the football, and an edge rusher who has a pass rush move. That might also be something that we'd look for in this year's draft as opposed to last year's draft. Unfortunately, we thought we could convert an edge rusher who doesn't have any pass rush moves on one of the worst defenses in college football. We thought we'd get him in our program and he'd be fine, and he was not fine. So we're going to have to change our approach in our day 3 picks this year.
Okay. So, well, do we have a day 3 pick for round 3? I don't know.
We have 4th rounders, 5th rounders, 6th, 7th rounders. We're going to be out there throwing darts all day, the two of us.
Yeah, we're going to be bored the second part of day 2 when they get into that 3rd round.
Got it. Hey, how you guys doing? AG, this is a question for you. My name is Genergy. I represent the Wepa Queen Daily News and want to ask you, this is a question essentially for you and your relationship with Mougey. How has the relationship with the actual general manager evolved over this first year? And do you feel aligned on the vision for rebuilding the team?
We're definitely aligned. We're aligned. Basically, I say it and he goes along with it and shakes his head, because if he doesn't, he knows I'll pop him upside it. So he doesn't got much of a choice, but that's either here nor there. Look, the reality is we're aligned. I told you we got a vision. We had a vision from day 1. I told you from the day we came here, we delivered on every promise since the day we've been here. Everything I said is coming true. Everything. I hope your seatbelts will buckle, because you've seen it. You saw the growth. You see that we're heading in the right direction. Everything is great. The vision is great. And to tell you the truth, I don't know what all the fuss is about, but we're aligned. That's the one thing I can say above all else, is that we have the same vision. We know exactly what we're doing. We even know who we're drafting at number 2. Oh, I'm not going to say who, but we know already who we're drafting at 2.
Oh, well, that was going to be that'll be a question for later on for both of you. But it's coming. That question is coming. There are a couple of questions that are coming up that we really hope that we get some good answers to. But we're in the middle of a search for a defensive coordinator, and can you both tell me what happened with Steve Wilks? What I mean, AG, Darren, like who dropped the hammer? And what was the reason that you did drop it mid-season?
Well,
can we go to yeah? Let's go to GM first.
I want to say that Coach Glenn's hirings for his staff cannot and should not be held against me in my future with this organization. So, Aaron, I'd like you to explain the process that went behind you hiring and then firing Steve Wilks.
Well, I was reading and watching Jets X Factor, because the owner's grandson told me that it's a good source, and they were giving out statistics, advanced statistics, and they said that San Francisco 49ers had the best rated defense and in yards given up. And then I figured, well, I don't know why they fired him, but if he had this good track record, and he already had experience as a coach, what I didn't have. I thought that he'd be a good guy to bring in. The truth is, I didn't want to have anything to do with the defense, so I wanted to go with somebody who could take full ownership, full responsibility of the defense. And then it turns out that he sucked, but that was, we let him run with it. We let him fuck it up. And then we just decided then at that time that we've seen enough of him. And we let Dan Harris come in, and he run the show for a little bit.
Who?
Something Harris, I don't know his name. Some guy that was working in the staff that suddenly we had to pick somebody, right? So he seemed to have a good relationship with some of the guys in the locker room.
Was he running the T-shirt cannon at the stadium?
He could have been.
He could have been. Okay.
Hey, hey, Darren, how are you? This is Jake
Wow.
from the Jake Asman Show.
Okay.
You already know how I feel about Aaron Glenn, but he's going to be here, and it is what it is, right? So, AG, I think you're crap, just to let you know that. So, but Mougey, how do you plan to support the head coach in the offseason? Through free agency, trades, or other moves to help improve the team's fortunes?
That's a great question. Thank you so much for asking it, Jake Asman. What we're going to do is we're going to go out and sign or trade for 2 quarterbacks this offseason. We're going to add 2 new guys to this team, and we might even add a third in the NFL draft. I'm going to spend money in free agency at all 3 levels of the defense, in the secondary, at linebacker, and on the defensive line. And with all our draft assets that we got from my lovely trades of Sauce Gardner, can you guys believe that they gave me 2 second-round picks, 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner and a second and a first-round pick for Quinnen Williams? We're going to draft really well this year. We're going to get better quarterback play. And if the team still stinks, well, I don't know. I think I did my part. So we might have to be asking what else can we do? We add all these guys to the roster, and we still only won 4 games. What's the next move? I don't think it would be fire the GM, but maybe some other moves might have to come into play.
So we're taking the route of the Cleveland Browns, and we're going to have 6 quarterbacks in the room.
No, just 3.
So what are we doing with the current people in the QB room?
The current Justin Fields is going to be cut on June 1st at 12:01 a.m., the moment that we could save the most amount of money. Tyrod Taylor is, he probably should medically retire, but he won't be back with the New York Jets. And, Brady Cook's a pretty good tank commander, so we may keep him around on the practice squad in case we're in that position again next December. We also signed Bailey Zappi, who he himself might be a pretty good tank commander from his days with the Patriots. So we'll stash him on the practice squad.
Oh, there you go.
And Hooker, everybody loves a hooker. We'll have him back.
AG, to piggyback off that question, how you doing? This is Peganardi from Cruisin' for a Bruisin' reporting. What steps are you planning to take in the offseason to address the key weaknesses we saw on the field, such as insert specific offense, defense, or player development individuals, if known?
Well, one of the things that we need to address, that we acknowledge on the defense, is that when somebody goes out for a pass from the other team, we need to cover that person with a defensive player, because it seems that we're making it too easy for the opponent to throw the football to that player if we don't have a defender covering them. So we started to get a gist of that when we watched the film after the last regular season game, and realized that since week 1 of the season, we haven't been covering the other team's receiver, specifically when they come across the middle of the field. Because there was no way for us to, you have to understand, we're figuring this out. This is about a growth thing, and we had to figure out that the middle of the field is an important part of the field to defend in football.
Okay.
I was a boundary corner. I covered the WR1. I never knew from my playing days that you had to worry about the center of the field.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, AG. Thank you. Next question. Miss, is that Leany right there? Oh, Leany from the 4% click crew.
4%
I think it's
press. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yep. Looking at the overall rebuild, where do you think the team stands after year 1? And with that being said, what's the realistic timeline for contending again?
Well, we tore this thing down to the studs. This is, the Olympic hockey rink in Milan. That's what we're looking like right now. We're not ready for play in 3 weeks. So it's a very down to the bones. Now, I would publicly say that we're better and going to be ready to compete in 2026. But if you want me to answer honestly, 2028 is probably when we will be back and being a real competitive team. I don't think that 1 year is going to be enough to turn this thing around. AG is shaking his head. The only reason he's shaking his head is because he doesn't want to get fired. His ass knows he's gone at the end of next year. I'll still be here. I'll be picking my next head coach who's going to save both our jobs for the future, and I'll be laughing my way to the bank with 3 first-round picks in 2027.
Have either of you spoke? Go ahead.
Trying to be funny. The truth is, we're ready to compete tomorrow. If we had to get on the field, there is no NFL team that could beat us tomorrow. We just needed the little bit of time to figure things out. We were figuring it out. The puzzles are together. I'm telling you, you better buy a tighter seatbelt. You better buy one of those things like from the roller coasters that pull over your head, the whole thing that holds you in place, because we're about to take off.
How you doing, AG? This is Boomtown from Moose Knuckle, Canada. Want to ask you a question. With the pressure essentially mounting, what gives you confidence that you could turn things around in year 2? And what metrics will you use to measure improvement?
Well, always wins, right? You look at wins. That's the first thing. But then you got to look at, there's other factors to a football game. There's the amount of yards that you gain. There's the amount of yards that you give up. There's the amount of field goals you could successfully execute and kick without getting it blocked. So there's things that you have to look at inside the game that's important. It's difficult to win. It's difficult to win games in this league when you're getting field goals blocked. So we're getting there. We figured some of it out. We're just trying to figure the rest of it out. But the different aspects of the game, we don't really think about X's and O's and aspects of the game. It's the players making plays. That's what we're thinking about. We're getting the right personnel in here to make the plays. We just put them on the field and say, make a play. That's how you win games.
So it's not about the X's and O's.
It's never about the X's and the O's.
So thinking is overrated.
When it comes to X's and O's, the only thing our players should be thinking about is making plays.
Okay.
All right. Can I interject for a second? I see numbers are rising. So if you are just tuning in, this is Jets Worldwide. We are running an episode called Alter Ego, where we have Matt O'Leary playing the role of Darren Mougey, general manager for the New York Jets, and Jeremy Jets Chaos playing the part of Aaron Glenn, head coach of the New York Jets. So we would appreciate it if you are coming in. Enjoy the show, enjoy the entertainment, and hit the like button. And if you wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button as well. Okay.
Hey, Darren, I've got a question for you. Boy Green from Boy Green Daily,
Who's Darren?
heavy digital reporting person. Yeah. Have there been any eternal discussions about accountability for the season's results? And how do you balance patience with the need for progress?
Wow. That was a really good question. Yes, there is absolutely accountability in our building. We have decided to move on from Steve Wilkes, the defensive coordinator, as you know. We feel good about the candidates that we've interviewed and think that they're going to be able to get this thing going in the right direction. I know that we're going to blow up the entire defensive staff. Let's be honest, folks. None of the positional coaches on the defensive side of the ball are coming back. We've also decided that the running backs coach that we hired to be our quarterback coach is also going to go. So we learned from our first mistake. We're going to bring in a quarterback coach who has worked and has proven success with quarterbacks. That might be on us. We brought in Justin Fields to be our quarterback this year, and so many people online were calling him a running back. We might have just got confused that maybe the best thing for him would be to hire a running backs coach to get the most out of him. Didn't work, clearly. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to have a new quarterback. We're going to add to this roster as well, and we'll take it from there in 2027.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Next question. Hey, how are you guys doing? My name is E Boogie from Infrared Jets out here in Jersey City. AG, how have you handled the locker room dynamics during this tough season. And have there been any players who stepped up as leaders amid the adversity that has been going on?
We don't want players stepping up like a leader. We don't want anybody getting it in their head that they are in charge of that locker room, the more like me. It's overrated to have these players. That's exactly why we didn't want Mr. Number 8 in this locker room. There's only one man in charge of this locker room, and that man is me. I'm the man that they look to. Nobody's got to step up. We had a player named Quentin Williams who tried to step up, and now he's over in Dallas. Okay, that's what happens when you're a player who starts to sit in the locker room and act like you know more than everybody else. I don't know why some of these players that came in and they had these C's on their jersey. I don't know what that's about. We're going to have those C's removed. The only C in this locker room is C, Aaron Glenn, if you got a problem, you got an issue, or there's something you need to discuss.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to ask it to kind of piggyback on that. How you doing? My name is Matt Smith from Pride's R Us reporting. If the front office decides to make coaching staff changes, what role do you see yourself playing in those decisions?
Oh, I plan to be the one to fire Aaron Glenn myself. I'll let Woody Johnson know that this is not my fault and that we're going to use Aaron Glenn as the scapegoat. And then from there, I'm going to hire a offensive mind, because I think it's been a long time of this organization hiring, first-time defensive head coaches. So, we're going to hire an offensive mind to help groom our young quarterback that we're likely to take in the first round of the 2027 draft, and, build this new identity. And we'll thank Aaron Glenn for his services and maybe a nice second, tank commander season, and we'll take it from there.
You see, what the problem is that Mougey now I see the real Mougey is being influenced by Jet YouTube providers like that Matthew O'Henry and that Toll Freak and that Jets Cuckoo Puff. He listening to the wrong people and being influenced, Dick Shine and all that, and Ass Man. These guys need to shut it and shove it, because they're turning Mougey against me, and we're supposed to stay aligned.
Got it. Well, Mougey, let me ask you this then. How you doing? My name is Liam from the Jets Afterburners reporting. And what feedback have you received from the actual ownership regarding the season? There was a report that came out from our colleague in Richmini that he was, quote unquote, pissed. Does that influence your strategy moving forward? Or, should he be pissed?
That's news to me. I don't know where Rich Cimini got that. I haven't seen Woody Johnson in months. He's been caring more about Crystal Palace, as you'll see. He rocks his soccer team's hat. I don't even know if he knows that he still owns the Jets right now. It's kind of a free-for-all over here, which is why I'm positioning myself to be in a spot where I could stick around if things don't go very well in 2026. But I don't know where Rich Cimini got that. Woody Johnson's been in England, playing with his soccer team, kicking the ball around, and I don't think he has had as much of a focus on our New York Jets. So I don't really care for that story.
Got it. Question for the both of Aaron Glenn and Darren Mougey. How you guys doing? My name is Snowball from Jets Worldwide. Please, if you're watching this, make sure to like and sub on the show, because we are on our way to 500. But if the fans continue to keep the pressure, what are you going to do to communicate to the fan base about the direction of the actual franchise?
Hold up that rope. See that rope? You hold on to that rope and you don't let go of that rope, and the wins will come. The playoffs, everything you want from the Jets, the glory days. I was there in 1998. I remember what it was like to play in the glory days. Bill Parcells, Curtis Martin, I was there. That's what our goal is. That's what we're achieving. That's where we're going. Hold the rope. Don't let go of the rope. That's what I have to say to the fan base. Don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to the ass mans that are out there. Don't listen to the noise. Focus on holding the rope. And if you got any questions that are stupid or ridiculous, you may as well ask that Rich Samini guy who thinks he knows everything. Just ask him who's injured because he knows everything, right? He knows who's going to win and who's going to not. You saw us this season. You saw the progress. You saw the growth on the field. I keep telling you, that growth is going to continue, and we're going to be winning the Super Bowl before you know it. Don't let go of the rope. The players haven't let go of the rope. The players in the locker room are holding on to that rope.
Okay, that's very encouraging. I have a question here that I wrote down. Well, actually, I'm gonna deviate from that. Darren, before you had mentioned that you were basically throwing a stick of dynamite into the QB room and going after some vet signings, right? Some free agents and possibly a draft pick this year. Could you fill us in on like who you're looking to acquire through free agency for the quarterback position? Who are some top prospects?
I can't tell you now. That'd be tampering.
Well, this is a show that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This does not matter because we're a little YouTube show. So speak your mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Since we're getting the all clear from okay, Roger Goodell told me that I could talk freely about it. It's not going to get for tampering. Okay. So
and nobody is to spread these words around anywhere.
Can you make this video unlisted?
Yes, I will put it into private after this. Yes.
Beautiful. All right. Then you have my full trust. I'm ready to talk. I will speak my mind. So what we're going to do, there's people who would like to see us trade for Kyler Murray. To them, I say, no, thank you. We're not going to trade and take on his $42 million. However, if Kyler Murray is cut, that is a name that we will consider because we could sign him at our own contract and he may be a viable stopgap option. If not, we're keeping an eye out in Atlanta to see if Kirk Cousins is released. That's a name that's been linked with this organization in the past. And, Malik Willis, we watched have a nice season in Green Bay, filling in for Jordan Love. We'll do our due diligence there. And, in the trade market, Tanner McKee's been pretty nice behind Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. That might be a name to watch too. So we're going to take a swing at as many of these guys as we can. In the mid rounds, I've heard incessantly this man, Tony, the GM, has told me to draft Drew Allar with the number 2 pick. I'm not going to get that nuts, but I might take him at some point. So maybe we'll have a nice little quarterback room of, I don't know, Kyler Murray, Drew Allar, and Sam Howell, too. Another Tony, the GM favorite that he emailed me 52 times about this week.
AG, any thoughts on these powerhouse QB room that your GM is putting together?
We're going to take a lot of swings. That's what you do. You take a lot of swings. We're going to take a lot of swings, and I'm telling and it's going to be, we're going to look for the guy that understands every inch matters. Each inch, you fight for each inch, and then when you get that inch, you fight for more inches until you win the game and you score the touchdown. I didn't steal that from anybody.
How you doing, Darren? This is I have a question for you. So with Dante Moore going back to school, which education is important, right? So does that impact you at all with the decision that you literally have coming within a few months for the second pick in the NFL draft?
Not at all. Not at all. We were not interested in taking him with the number 2 pick. In fact, we were hoping to trade out of that pick. Now, him going back to school may impact our ability to trade out of said pick, but I think we have a good plan. We're looking at a bunch of guys in this draft. Ohio State has about 3 different guys themselves that we're considering. Ruben Bain from Miami, who'll be playing in the college football championship, is another name that we are considering. So we feel pretty good about getting the best non-quarterback in this class with the number 2 pick to continue to build out our roster and put me and whoever the 2027 head coach is in a great position when we do find our franchise quarterback.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
You can turn AG's headphones back on.
Ruben.
Aaron, question for you. This is Richie from Jets Media. What makes an Aaron Glenn player? There's been the narrative out there that they have to be an Aaron Glenn player, an Aaron Glenn guy. What makes that person an Aaron Glenn guy?
Well, you got to be arrogant. You got to be arrogant. You got to be cocky. You got to be confident. Right? We're not looking for any ball hawks here. Okay. If the ball gets thrown at you on defense, you knock that ball down. That's what we just want to knock that ball down. Right? We don't want to catch it. We want to knock it down. That's what I'm looking for in my defenders. I also want my defense. We're looking into having them actually try to stay near the wide receivers. We're looking into to see if that's good strategy. But for right now, they could just make plays. And I'm looking for a player with toughness. With toughness. I don't want to see a guy in the locker room complaining about the food in the buffet. Just eat it. Whatever it is, just eat it. I'm looking for people who are mentally tough, and you have to have strong hands. And you know why, Snowball? You know why you have to have strong hands. Show them why you have to have strong hands. Because you got to hold on to the rope. If you want to win, that's how. Yeah.
Oh, you see, we got a green rope.
Mougey knows. Hold on to the rope. That's what I look for. Players who will hold on to that rope, that believe. Don't complain about the buffet. Just be happy the food is there.
And just to let you know, I have given the individual that is coming up to hand the mic on over to me. There is a sticker coming to you from Jets Media. So I appreciate you, Aaron. Hey, Darren. My name is Addison from the Addy Show, and I know that you've played quarterback in the past. When looking for a QB, what are some of the attributes that you want to see from your future franchise quarterback? And do you see one in this current draft?
If I did, I wouldn't tell you because I don't want it to get out there that we're into this guy and get poached. I don't know if I trust this Snowball character if he's really making this video private. I don't care about the free agency names. The draft is really what gets me. But what we are looking for is a quarterback that is above 6'2". I don't want a small quarterback. I want a quarterback that has started at least 20 games in college. I'm looking for a quarterback that can make every throw on the field and a quarterback that can avoid the rush. And if we see someone who fits that bill come draft time, you'll know it because we will pick them at some point in the NFL draft.
Got it. And we're getting ready to wrap it up with all the question, guys. I think we'll probably take 3 more questions. Is that okay? Darren and Glenn?
Yeah, we got a hard stop at 6:00, but otherwise I'll hang around.
All right. Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Nob. I'm from Knobs Are Us. And I wanted to ask you a quick question, Aaron. When looking into a defensive player, you said before that in Michael Clemens, he has the build of what you look for in a defensive tackle. I want to ask you the same thing. What is the type of build that you look for in a corner? And are you wanting that individual to be like a Sauce type of player, or are you looking at a corner that's built more like you were during your play days?
Well, that's a good question. Now, I'm looking for someone tall, lean, lanky, can play man, press, someone who could get up in your face, somebody who, if the ball gets thrown there, they're not going to do something stupid and catch it. They're going to knock that down. Somebody who's going to be on that field every day, telling the safeties where to be. Sometimes they might have to blitz. They might have to blitz the quarterback if that's the play that we call and tell them to make a play. But I'm looking for tall and lanky, lean, quick. You got to be quick. You got to be quick.
Like Sauce Gardner?
You got to be quick. Sauce was Toss was the perfect specimen. I believe in AZ Thomas. I believe in Stevens. I believe that we had good backups that did a good job, and you saw that at the end of the year as we progressed and got better. This team was improving. This team was growing. It never stopped growing. Stiggers was great. Sticky fingers, as I think that Fat Franks calls them. So this is what I like. That's what I like in my cornerbacks.
And a cornerback. Good. All right. Follow-up question, Darren Mougey. One of the big hard-hitting questions. Will Breece Hall be a Jet in the next season?
If he wants to be, we are prepared to make a real offer to Breece Hall on a contract extension. I won't give you the full number, but if you look up Kyron Williams' contract, it'll be in that same range, which I think is more than fair for a player of Breece's caliber. And if he decides he wants to be a New York Jet, it's really up to him at this point. I feel like we've done our due diligence and offered a fair contract offer to Breece Hall. So we did our part. If he goes, blame Aaron Glenn for having such a shitty football team.
I mean, you did do end of the year interviews with all the players. When you spoke to Breece, what did he say?
Well, he said that it was not the year that we were hoping to have. He was glad that he got his 1,000 yards, and then I told Aaron Glenn to sit him down, so he preserved his health. And for that, he said he'll consider coming back to the Jets.
Oh, very nice. Johnny?
Hey, good answer, guys. Aaron, question. So there's been another narrative that's been out there that you lost the locker room. What do you say to people that are saying that you've lost the locker room?
You could look at the videotape. When that football game ended, I walked straight through the tunnel, right to the locker room. I was not lost. There was no difficulty in getting to the locker room. So I don't know who started this rumor that I lost the locker room. I knew exactly where the locker room was. I walked straight to the locker room. I didn't even have to follow the players. By week 15, I knew where the locker room was in MetLife Stadium. There was a couple of times where I ended up in the Giants locker room, but that's neither here nor there. But I did not lose the locker room.
Okay.
Do we have any final questions from anybody?
Anybody?
Yes, we do. This is Afram from Afram Sports. You guys have a lot of money, but you guys also have a lot of holes. Have you decided where you're going to look to fill those holes? Is it going to be it's going to be during the draft, free agency, or by trades? What are you guys going to do? The fan base is literally at civil war at the current moment amongst each other. And we have you guys to lead this organization and regime at the current moment. Please take a minute to answer this question and response. So we're going to give it full screen to Mr. Mougey first, and then on over to Aaron.
Well, I would like to say that my standing with the fan base is in a much better spot than Aaron Glenn's. Head coach AG is public enemy number one, which is good. That means I don't have to be looking over my shoulder. But my plan for this offseason is we have almost $100 million to spend, and we have a really bad defense. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to look in free agency to find at least one starting safety, a starting linebacker, and add to this defensive line. Then we're going to head into the NFL draft. We'll find some more starting caliber talent on the defense. We'll find our wide receiver 2 in this draft class, and we'll continue to add depth to this team. And the excuses of this roster not being good enough will be gone, and it'll be up to Aaron Glenn to either sink or swim at that point. And once again, if he sinks, fire AJ, keep me, let me hire the next head coach.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Darren. Aaron, same question to you.
Some people think there are holes in this roster. We just need players to make plays. We just need players to make plays. Now, we got draft picks. As you know, I was a scout. Moogs, that's what I call him, Moogs, Darren Mougey. He ain't no scout. Okay, he ain't no scout. He's some kid who used to get the coffee in Denver, right? And he knew how to put the right amount of sugar and right amount of cream in, and that's good for him. That's good for him, but I'm the man in charge, right? And we got the number 2 pick, the number 16 pick. 16 pick thanks to me. Thanks to me. The 45th pick, thanks to me. This was all me. I said, go ahead and make these trades, and they did it because I'm the one in charge of that. So all the draft picks that you got coming, all because of me. And free agents, any free agent that come here, they're coming here for me. They want to play with Aaron Glenn. They want to play for the great Aaron Glenn. You saw what I did on the field in the 90s. Those players grew up watching me. They want to be me. So I'm going to fill all the holes, and we're going to fight for every inch. And we're going to fight for that inch, and then the next inch, and the next inch, and we're going to fight for each inch until we get the first down and then to the end zone, and that's what's going to win football games.
Well, Coach, Coach, my name is Brian Glick from Albrecht Wishes He Was Me. I wanted to ask you really quickly then. So what are you going to say to the fans who have tremendous anger and don't see how the Jets are going to compete in 2026?
First, I want to say calm down and Glick, don't be a dick. Glick, don't be a dick. Hold on to the rope. Hold on to the rope, Glick. Because I understand you feel anger. I feel anger too. This team hasn't been in the playoffs since when? 2010. So I feel the anger too, but we just got here. You saw the progress. You didn't see the progress we made throughout the season. The progress, you didn't see how we got better and better each week as the weeks went on. You see how close we kept those games at the end. Couple of plays either way, a little bit here, a little bit there. We win those games, and that's with the undrafted free agent quarterback. And yet you see how we could have won all of those games if one little play went the right way. Well, we're going to flip it. So you don't have to worry about being angry. We're ready to compete today. We are a favorite to win the division now, today, for next season, even before we make the picks. And I should say not we, I should say I make the picks. And Moogs, he could just tail along and just say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Aaron, and everybody here, thank you so much. Darren, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys coming on. This has been questions that we've wanted to get asked for a while now, and I think we've answered it. So just don't worry about being angry, I guess, and don't let go of the rope. And yeah, thanks, guys. And I guess we'll talk again soon. So Aaron, Darren, thank you.
I'll never let go. I'll never let go.
Oh, man, guys, this was awesome. Could you imagine if Mougey and Glenn really spoke like this? I was waiting for Matt to say, yes, I understand the question. I understand the question. Did you guys see that when he was speaking with the press? He kept saying that. I understand the question. I understand the question. Like,
I was waiting for Jeremy to jump on the tail of Mougey every question, because he was always like, Mougey would answer the question, and then I go, I'd like to tag on to that. Right. So we thank you both. That was fantastic. Love the show. It was a good concept. You guys handled it perfectly. The answers were spectacular. Very funny. We had some times where we couldn't hold back the laughter. Especially Matt lost it a couple of times where he had to just hide in the corner, which is fantastic. Johnny was holding it back. I had to hold it back. Jeremy, you stayed in character the whole time. It was amazing. If you don't get like an Oscar for this performance, some kind of a YouTube performance award, they should give it to you. So you might even get what's in the mystery box. But
Dude, when he said I pulled my pants down and I showed him, bro, I was like, this is great.
God.
What were you saying, Matt? I'm sorry, man.
No, that was perfect. I had an absolute blast. Thanks for having me. I liked getting into the zone with Darren Mougey. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good concept, guys.
I
Again,
appreciate that.
you continue to bring the unique content that nobody else brings.
We try to stay away from the monotony of the New York Jets and bring the fun back to the fans. So it's a goal of ours every Friday at 7:30. So if you're watching and you just tuned in, make sure that you come back next Friday because there'll be more hilarity and fun and levity from the season. And looking forward, everyone's fighting about what we're going to do at pick number 2 and who should be fired and whose head should roll and all this stuff. And you know what? When it really boils down to it, we, the fans, have no control over it. So you are a victim of the New York Jets, and we're just trying to bring some levity to the situation. There are 35 of you in the room right now. If you have not hit the like button, please do us a favor. We really appreciate it. If you're on your phone, just click off the chat and just hit the like button. Or if you're on a computer, just go right underneath the show and hit the like button, hit the subscribe. We really appreciate it. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. We've been at this for a little bit, so we're trying to get there. Just you know what? If you don't let go of the rope for Aaron Glenn, don't let go of the rope for Jets Worldwide. All right, so hold on to the rope. Soon coming to the Jets Worldwide merch store, you can buy your own piece of rope. Right, so we'll have that available. I'll hand deliver it to you if you live on Long Island. Right, so.
Matt Chaos, let me ask you guys, right, with everything that you guys are hearing out, and are you guys on the train of wanting Glenn to go, or are you saying, no, still give him a year? I can somewhat see what he's trying to do. It's just, I don't know if I have the patience anymore, or I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts in regards to what's going on. Matt?
For me, it's really hard to defend Aaron Glenn and what he's done this year. Where to the point where if they moved on, I would totally understand it. But I think to me, once they traded Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner, I realized okay, they're going to give him next year. So I've kind of just been mentally preparing for that since October. So I'm good with giving him another year. I think they need to win games, though. I think if it's a 4 or 5 win season next year, they're going to blow it up. I hope that's obviously not the case. I'm rooting for these guys, but it's hope. That's what's leading it. I don't really have anything tangible that I could point to and be like, oh, well, Aaron Glenn did this, 15 times this year. And that's why I think they're going to be, take the jump from a 3-win team to a 10-win team. He has a lot to prove in year 2 for me.
And you know what rhymes with hope?
Rope. A dope.
I mean, look, it's the reality is he's staying, right? We knew he was staying when the trades happened, like Matt said. It was very evident he was going to stay. There was a couple of seconds there where I had some doubts. I said, oh, yeah, you heard some things and you said, oh my God, there's a chance, right? There's a chance we're going to wake up and find out he's gone. But it's difficult. You fire him after a year and the message is, hey, come to this, to everyone else, the message becomes, come to this terrible organization, come to this complete shit team. And even if we don't have a quarterback and and you have to get a guy like Justin Fields who, is being dumped from team to team, guess what? If it doesn't work out, you're fired year 1. You have no, and some people are going to even be mad I said that. Said, yeah, hell, bullshit, but the reality is, yeah, they made the wrong choice. They brought in the wrong quarterback. I don't know if we would have kept A-Rod or I don't know who was available that we would have brought in that would have worked. I think at best, this team, the way we saw this team go and the way that basically the way this roster was put together, it was much worse than we even imagined. You saw them win only 5 games last year. It wasn't much different or better this year, obviously. I'm not sure that whatever quarterback is available would have done anything spectacular. Maybe we would have won 6 games. And then what situation would we be in right now if we won 6 games? So, I mean, so I'm not sure. I mean, I think that regardless, if he's as bad as we think he is, he'll be gone next year. And long term, it's not going to mean as much, because if he's really bad, we'll get a really great draft pick, and we have Dallas's pick and Indianapolis's pick. We're going to have all these picks, and then we could bring in that maybe is what we could do to lure in a good name, right? Like, there'll be a lot of good quarterbacks in the draft, and we'll have a lot of good picks and a lot of ammunition to make sure we get one. And it's just, I know it sucks because it's been so long and we're suffering every year, but it's not like anybody could come in now at this point and do much with this roster anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of, do we replace him this year, and if he's, if we don't, then if he stinks and he's as bad as we all think he is, then we're going to just replace him next year anyway, and life goes on. It's really about the picks. The future is about these picks. It's about getting the quarterback. It's like, however it falls, the chips, we have to get the quarterback. That's what's really going to determine the future of the franchise. In the long run, I don't know how much impact it's going to make long term that Aaron Rodgers was fired this year or next year.
Matt and Chaos, there's a question for you guys. So first off, Gavis Concon 2004, thank you so much for coming on to the show. Hey, gentlemen, Lions fan here. I'm curious your thoughts on Quincy Williams. Should the Lions get him in free agency? Your thoughts, man, on a fellow Lions fan that is wanting to know about Quincy Williams.
I have to go, so I'm going to just answer really quickly.
Okay.
My answer is he will not survive Dan Campbell for more than 2 weeks. He's not a fit for that coach, because he's a player that needs to be motivated or inspired or encouraged or poked to play hard. And that's not going to fit with Dan Campbell, but that's just my take on it.
Chaos, where can everybody catch you?
You can catch me at Jets Chaos. You can catch me tomorrow on the Nick Shine show. I'll be on tonight. We're doing a reunion show, Pride and Chaos, I'll be back on Sunday on Green Bean Jets fans covering the Texans Patriots game, and then Sunday night with Dano in the Danger Zone at 10 p.m. Eastern, and then next week on Wednesday I'll be back with Matt O'Leary. So I'll be all over the place. Too much of me, probably.
You doing the game, the Patriots game, by yourself?
No, Dano will be with me.
Dano will be with me. Okay, very good. All right, kick
Chaos,
him out. Get out.
Chaos, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, and you were a great Aaron Glenn. And then there was 3. Matt, same question. So our guy, Gavis Concon asked, Quincy Williams, should the Lions go after him in free agency?
I think he's a very boom or bust player at this point in his career. He makes a lot of splashy plays, but he also finds himself out of position a lot. So I think if they were to sign him, I think there'd be weeks where you'd be thrilled about him when he's making plays behind the line of scrimmage and flying around. I don't know if it's just, it kind of ran its course here, and he, folded in after they made those trades and traded away his brother, but it seemed to get worse as the season went on. So maybe it's a scenario where he plays better on a different team, but he's a very high variance player. The good moments are really good, and the floor, unfortunately, is really low, and there's not a lot of consistency. It really depends week to week what you're getting. So if you are to sign him, just be prepared for that.
So he asked a follow-up. Do you think his heart just wasn't in it, but with a winner like Detroit, he comes to be good?
That's kind of what I was saying with, it could just be a guy who needs a change of scenery, right? And if he's like amped up and, on a team that's competing for a playoff spot, yeah, I think there's a chance, obviously, that it works out. I think, honestly, I think there's a good chance that he ends up back in Dallas to play with his brother. I think they liked that when they were playing together. So that'd be my personal prediction, but you can make that argument that, it became a motivational thing towards the end.
Got it. Matt, how long do we have you left for the show? Are you good, or do you got to head out?
You done? You good? You sticking with us? You leaving?
I could do like another 10 minutes probably.
Awesome.
He has puppies.
I do got to take him out to use the potty in a little bit. So I'll do another 10 minutes with you guys.
So what we'll do is, if Snowball, can we put the link on the chat? Are you cool with taking a couple of calls if they have any questions?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
Cool.
I can do that.
Well, with that being said, we are going to put up the link if anybody wants to come onto the show and ask about alter egos What's your guys' thoughts in regards of what happened tonight? You guys have any questions for Matt? Questions for myself? Questions for Snowball? A lot has gone on. I mean, what's your take? Where do you think now, knowing that Dante Moore is going back to school? Are they pivoting? Ty Simpson? Trinidad? Question mark? I don't know. Matt, I wanted to ask you this, right? Because I asked it on your show the other day. So I loved what back in the day the Redskins did with getting the two quarterbacks. And what I mean by that is getting the RG3 and the Kirk Cousins type of scenario. If that occurs, what's your thoughts on that? Is that something that you would do? So, for example, I don't know. Let's just say Ty Simpson is the quarterback that we end up picking. Do you go and get another quarterback in the later rounds, or are you just good with that?
Yeah, I definitely think that's something that could be on the table, right? Like I don't think there's that huge of a gap from like Ty Simpson to some of the guys who are going to go on day 2 and early day 3. Like, I'm just throwing names out, but it really varies person to person how they feel about, Carson Beck or Drew Aller or Garrett Nussmeier or Trinidad Chambliss. Like, it wouldn't shock me if they, either took Ty Simpson at 16 or maybe, traded up from 33 into one of the last picks of the first round to take Ty Simpson and then maybe took a swing on another quarterback. I don't think it's the worst idea. And, you got to look at both those guys, and, that doesn't necessarily stop you from taking a quarterback in 2027 if one becomes available and none of these guys end up working out in 2026.
Yeah. I mean,
listen, we have Gav backstage, but we need your camera on, Gav. So
we have no idea.
Bring in.
Yeah, we have no idea who you are, so
yeah,
we're not gonna do that. But anyways, I mean, so where do you think they're gonna pivot? Like, what is it that you want to see them do?
It's so hard, and I think my answer is probably going to change a bunch between now and by the time we actually get to the draft. But I think they stick and pick at 2 and 16 and go position players. I don't think they take a quarterback at either of those 2 picks. Would not surprise me if it was the scenario what I laid out, where they try to trade up from their second round pick to get back into the first round and take Ty Simpson. I don't really know how they feel about him. There hasn't been like a ton of leaks or rumblings like, they scouted, 6 Ty Simpson games and Tanner Engstrand really likes him. Like, I don't know. I feel like we've gotten that in years gone by in like 2021 when they were looking for quarterbacks. So, I think it's going to be an option, and that's probably where I'm at right now is either, trade up or take a quarterback in the second round.
Awesome. Gav, if you are good, just give us a thumbs up and we'll bring you up really quickly. Awesome. Gav, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Appreciate that. How are you?
You're muted.
You're muted, sir.
Turn your mic on. Just make sure you turn your mic on. There you go. You're good now. We should be able to hear you. No.
Nope. He might be double muted on there. The mic's maybe not working, Gav.
Yeah, our mics are on. You have audio here. Are you Gaviscon Con?
Yep. Okay. He might have to just either adjust to whichever mic he has. If you go on the mic settings and choose that, you'll be there. So we're gonna remove him, and then he'll be in the back. And when he's ready, we'll bring him back. But with that being said, we'll bring our guy in, Afram. My guy, Afram, what's going on?
Not much. How you guys doing?
What's doing well. Hanging in there.
Yeah, it's a great show so far.
Yeah,
appreciate.
You got a couple of minutes with Matt O'Leary, and then he's
yes. My question
let the doggy
is,
out.
With the hiring of John Harbaugh, does Woody get involved and put more additional pressure on these guys to win at all costs?
Yeah, I think what this could do is just turn up the hot seat on both those guys, especially if the Giants go out and have a good year, right? Like, you bring in John Harbaugh, they feel good about Jackson Dart. If they're one of those teams that takes the leap and is, a 9-10 win team and in the playoffs next year and stealing all the headlines, and the Jets really struggle, then, yeah, I think he's blowing this thing up. I think he would then go out and try to bring in a big name coach of his own and, really start to push the needle forward, because he doesn't seem like a person who is okay with another team in town stealing the headlines and being the talk of the town. So if that's the way that it goes, then I think he's going to be very much so involved again.
Would it take that long if they're winning, Giants are winning and we're losing? Would he wait till 9 wins? Would he wait that far into the season?
Would he fire Aaron Glenn early? Maybe. I mean, Robert Saleh was the only coach that got fired in season under Woody Johnson's watch. So, maybe he would just pull the plug. I don't think you're not going to be able to hire a big name in season to take over. So that's still something that I think would, have to happen in the offseason, like a big name hiring, like going after a Mike Tomlin, for instance, if he takes a year off. But it's hard to say, right? If they start 0-6 next year, I wouldn't rule out him potentially pulling the plug on the coach.
Yeah.
Hey, Afram, I'm gonna put you in the back really quickly because I know Gav wanted to ask Matt a question real quickly, and then because he has to head out. So, I'll bring you right back. All right. All right, Gav, are you good? Nope, you're still muted.
It's still muted. Oh.
All
right, Gav.
All right. Well, Coach, what's going on, Coach? You're muted too. No,
I am not muted.
Now he's on.
I know how to push that button. What's up, fellas? Thanks for taking my call. Real brief this evening. Well done earlier also. I don't see a clear stud quarterback at 2. We're all feeling that way. I really hope that a lot of chatter and buzz and some of these DNs shoot up the board and just test off the chart and get us all excited because we need 1 or 2. So reload that defense. We know we need a wide receiver too. We may be looking at a 2026 year where we just have a really miserable bridge. So if we're doing that, we might as well just not overpay or give up too many assets to acquire somebody who's under contract. We may just need to suffer through it, see a little bit of development, maybe shuffle some quarterbacks around. And I know that's hard to say because we just went through it. But our defense has so many darn holes. We need 2 edges, maybe a D tackle. I'm not saying we need one, depending on what we do with Brig, right? We got to extend him. That's just my strategy. If someone says, "What do you think?"
No, I think it's very likely that they're going to address the defense early in the draft. And there's a lot of names, Arvell Reese or Reuben Bain or David Bailey's an edge rusher that's, been making some noise recently too and rising in the draft. So it would not shock me at all if the first player off the board to the Jets at 2 is somewhere on the defense.
I'd also add to that, if somebody shoots up and someone's in love with them, I don't even care if we get fair market value to trade back to acquire more assets. We have so many holes to fill. I'd be willing to give a discount if I was in the driver's seat and load up on a couple extra picks this year to reload that defense. Even if we said free agency is restocking the offense, we're going all defense on this draft, and that's crazy talk, but it could happen. The Rams did it not long ago. We can't fill every hole. It's not possible this offseason we have a lot of cap space and too many holes. It's not possible.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's going to get eaten up pretty quick. Hey, Coach, stay in the back. I'm going to bring you back up.
I'm going to listen to you guys while I make dinner. Great seeing you. See you soon.
You too, man. Coach, thank you, man.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right, Matt. Well,
we
appreciate you coming on, man. This was awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, a blast as always, fellas. Always fun hopping on with my Jets Worldwide guys, and we'll get you up to 500 real quick. Don't you guys worry.
Thanks, Matt. We appreciate your help, and go Jets.
Don't let go of the rope, fellas.
No,
don't let go.
Hey,
if people want to watch you, what you got going on, where can they catch you? Please let us know.
Yeah, at Matt O'Leary NY on YouTube and social media. We're making Jets videos every day. Just did a video today talking about defensive coordinators. We'll do that again with the full list tomorrow and rank them. So a lot more content coming out on the channel.
Hell yeah.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Matt, I got to tell you something.
Yeah, hit me up.
when we get to DC, we gotta bring in Ryan and have him be the alter ego on that part with you as Mougey, and we bring back Chaos, and it's you three guys there. So
Amazing. I love the idea.
hey, Matt, appreciate you, brother. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kevin.
Later,
Have a
boys.
great night, Matt. See you,
Later, man.
Thanks.
And then there was Tree.
That's it.
What's going
again,
on, Afro?
I just got to remind people. I made this promise that 2026 is the year of promotion. So if you're watching and you haven't done so already, please make sure that you're hitting the like button and hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. So if you're not one of them right now, become one tonight. What's up, Avram?
How are you guys?
So what's on your mind? What are we getting for pick number 2 if we trade back, Avram?
Well, first, I hope somebody wants somebody that high that we can come down a little bit, but we'll probably just go to defensive end at that point.
Yeah. I'm hoping that we do have a buyer for pick number 2 and we get a future 1 and we put that into next year's draft. Then you have 4 first-round picks. And no matter where we wind up, doesn't matter if we win games, lose games, or whatever, we have the ammunition to get up to the top for whatever quarterback we need. Sound good?
Always sounds good. Does it actually happen is a different story.
Well, listen, I'm living in this fantasy world right now. So
I've been living in this fantasy world for a long time.
We both have for a long time. So yes, I agree. Totally.
Fantasies don't always seem to be fun.
Well, listen, the best thing that could happen would be that Aaron Glenn actually turns out to be a decent head coach, and he holds on to that rope and he starts swinging that rope around, So
that's another fantasy.
I just think it's too early. I don't really know what Aaron Glenn can be, right? Like, dude, the Jets were going like this the year before, right? That defense was going down. You guys saw it.
Yep.
You get Glenn, comes in. I mean, what is he supposed to say? Like, is he supposed to be like, hey, guys, all these defensive players that we got here pretty much suck and they do not fit any of the scheme that we're going to try to do. So, yeah, this year is going to be shitty. We're built for this, right? Like, what does that message sounds to the entire locker room or us as the fan base? So you want this guy to be like, yo, I want to win now. That's what I would want to hear from my coach, not my coach saying, hey.
Did you read Drury's letter to the Ranger fans?
No, I did not.
Read it. And then say that's what the Jets should have done. And basically, we're going to retool. We're going to get young guys in here, and we're going to get gritty guys in that. But in order to do that, we're going to have to get rid of players that you guys are fans of and move forward. We know the season hasn't gone the way it should be. Blah, 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 blah. And, it's a long letter that he put out there. So that's what they should have done. They should not just come out and say it. That's it. Come out. Look, we don't have the team we think we have. We're going to work on bringing the right people in here. You can't. There's a certain point where you miss the nice guy, and there's a certain point where you've got to lay out the truth. You don't fit in this. You don't fit in this scheme. We're gonna move you.
What's going on?
Simple as that. But
so let me ask you.
You can't make up stories. People, you can't bullshit people anymore.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yes, agreed. You can't. Because people are going to take you for your word, especially it's the first time. So, I mean, I understand that to that sense in regards to it, but to just like I talked about it the other day. Jimmy Johnson, okay? Don't think about everything that he's done when he was in Miami.
Yeah.
That dude went 1-15 his first year with Troy Aikman and Mike Irvin, where Troy Aikman was supposed to be anointed as the guy, the quarterback. He got benched that season.
Huh.
And I mean, there was people calling for
when did he get benched?
I want to say it was like the 7th game, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. We just don't know yet. Give him a quarterback, give him time, give him some, let him get individuals there. So I wanted to put this up because
They got to get a quarterback.
if Coach Glenn does have a 5-year contract, and this is from our guy E Boogie, what's going on? E, appreciate you, man. We should not sign players in free agency the first 3 years. That's how you build a culture. I'm very confused by that because we have a lot of holes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel that? You can't do it all just in the draft.
No.
Right? You can't do it all in just trades, because if we do trades, that's going to go ahead and get rid of our capital that we have for the next upcoming years. So you have to go into free agency and get some of these players they're going to fit what you're trying to build.
And our
right?
leaders.
Yeah. You need
Exactly.
some veteran leadership in the locker room.
And who are coming to win and not to get a paycheck.
Yeah.
Or
That's
who want to come here because you're going, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, that's a tough find.
Yeah.
It's a tough find.
You got to get a guy who says, I'm going to come and help this team. I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Versus going to a winning team and saying, I want my ring and collect a big paycheck.
Like CJ Mosley.
Yeah. Mosley came in.
They overpaid him, obviously.
But that's fine. That's always happens to any free agent, really.
Yeah.
We can't it's not just us.
But he was, I think he was really overpaid. But he was the type of guy who said, I'm coming and I'm going to try to help you win. And he proved it his very first game.
Well, he was your Bart Scott, right? Bart Scott's talked about it all the time when he's like, when we went on that skid of losing a whole bunch of games, I pulled everybody to the side. Me and Jim Leonard were like, we're not fucking losers. Like, get that shit out of your mind. We're going to win. And then you saw what happened. There's a lot of holes. I think there's something that more than like 50% of the roster is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
You
got to fill holes.
There's a lot.
But you got to make some good moves, some good picks, bring in some mid-level free agents, but you have to get the correct mindset.
Listen, based on what they've done so far, like mid-season I know we hang our hat on Harrison and Briggs and whatever, but like those were solid moves. So
Brownlee.
Right, Brownlee. So you got to say that they kind of know what they're doing. They kind of know. You get lucky once, you get lucky twice, you get like once you get lucky past two, like Brownlee, Harrison, right, and Briggs, they were all pretty good picks. So you have to give a little bit of confidence to these people.
Yeah.
You
also got Cisco.
Yeah, he did.
So.
Yeah.
And Coach makes a good take. He says when Glenn was talking about winning this season, he's talking to the players. Exactly. He doesn't care about all the noise that's being heard. I mean, I think the only person that does care about that stuff is Woody Johnson, right? I mean, probably, and that's really about it. I don't want them to do what they did when the other regime was here and we were getting all of this undrafted free agents that were shit. And we were like, oh, this guy's gonna be fucking good because he got 1 sack in 5 games.
That always happens.
Yeah.
That always happens. You're gonna have fans who's gonna every time they pick, oh yeah, this guy should have been drafted or whatever. Blah, 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 blah.
Sure. Everyone's
proof is in the pudding, right?
Yeah, and they're second day GMs and whatever. So,
but then E says draft, wash, repeat the first 3 years in a 5-year contract. We understand what you're saying, E, but when half of your entire roster is pretty much gone, how do you fill those holes? How many picks do we have in the draft this upcoming season?
Yeah, we can't fill 25 holes.
Now I see the Patriots did it for 20 years. That's not a fair comment, Infrared, because Belichick took over a team that was previously built by Parcells. He had a core to deal with, and at that point, when you have a core of players, you can slowly churn the players one by one. When you have basically half a team gone, you need some time, yes, but you have to complement it by free agency along with the draft and unrestricted free agents. You got to hope to pick them, and bottom line, you got to coach them.
Yeah. And they were the masters of getting rid of players just before they
because they
took
don't
a
coach.
nosedive.
You have to coach these guys. You got to bring guys who can. Got to bring in coaches who can develop players.
Yeah,
and that's what we even had. We had guys that say, "Oh, you're coming in. This is what you got to do," and you're not developing. Meanwhile, you have a special teams guy who's developing players.
I was about to say, one thing we don't have to worry about is developing special teams players. We're good there.
I just hope that whatever they do, they don't waste this. I know everyone says wait for 2027. Listen, you can't forget about 2026 either.
Thank you. Exactly.
Okay? You got a lot of picks this year. You got 12 picks, I think it is, and you have a lot of money. You got to use that up as well. You got to start now. You can't wait. I don't know what you can do about quarterback.
We might listen. According to Gavis Con, who's in the chat, we might have our future quarterback already in the QB room. Hendon Hooker.
I mean, Hendon Hooker was Tennessee, right? He had a cannon of an arm, right?
Just needs.
Why wasn't he?
That's my question. Exactly, Afram, you hit it. Why did
everyone say let Brady cook? There's a reason why he was an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
He could turn the oven on, but he just can't cook.
Listen, maybe the hooker can cook.
Yeah.
And the cook couldn't cook. So, we needed the right tank master.
You need the right coach.
My take exactly, Afram. My take on Cook was I knew Cook wasn't going to be good.
No.
That was not why I wanted Cook to be in there. I wanted to see Tanner. Okay, I wanted to see what Tanner was going to be able to scheme up, right, for a undrafted rookie that's coming in and see what he's going to do. If there's, I'm not 100% sure. I am not a stat guy whatsoever, but there are some stats that are out there that were showing that I think we were ranked like 4th in separation from wide receivers. So what does that mean? That there was dudes that were wide open.
They just don't throw it to them.
Exactly.
Yeah. They check down everything. Everything's a check down because it's a safe bet. Fling the ball. I mean, he tried to fling the ball and he got intercepted quite a bit because he wasn't accurate. But
he wasn't
guys
drafted.
Were open. Guys get open. You can't sit there waiting 10 seconds and waiting for the guy to be wide open where you could just go beep. You got to have anticipation, and that's what they don't have. They don't have a guy who can anticipate. They need it.
He couldn't throw the ball outside the numbers.
Yeah.
You saw it time and time after. Dude, there was time. And look, and I'm a Tyrod guy at that as well, right? Yeah. But even when Tyrod was there, dude, them balls that he was throwing looked like they were staying in the air for 20 minutes. And I'm like, they're going to get intercepted. They're going to get
a Goodyear blimp just coming over the stadium.
Exactly. And it's just our quarterback room was bad, Yes, did I think that Fields was going to be something? Yes, I thought
everyone did. I think everyone did. I think everyone thought that something, maybe in the right situation, he flourishes, but
he didn't.
The first game, he looked good.
Yes,
and I'm telling you, since that Buffalo game, he has never been the same.
That's it. He
just got happy feet. Because he saw guys coming left and right, and the first thing on his mind was, "Am I going to get sacked?" Yeah. And he would just check it down all the time, and he couldn't even reach the receiver half the time. Mm-hmm. It was dreadful. Dreadful.
He definitely got haunted. That's for sure. So,
I mean, who you want to be picked? What quarterback you want to take this draft, if any, and where?
All right, so I've been saying it for a while. Like, I like Dante Moore. The biggest thing on Dante Moore was that he only had a certain amount of games, but he's off the table already, okay?
Yeah.
I never thought that we were going to be able to get the chance to get Fernando Mendoza because out of the best shit, QB, whatever they're making it seem like this year, I always go back to, and if Armand is watching, shout out to Armand when he always talks about 2018, when they also said that was going to be a shitty quarterback class itself, and look what happened. But I don't think we're gonna go quarterback, man. I really don't. And
At all?
I think we go quarterback in the 4th, 5th round. If I'm
Okay,
being
but I'm
honest with
saying,
you.
all right, that's fine. But who would you
So
take in the 4th and 5th round?
I would love if we take a chance on a Drew Aller.
I'm saying the same thing.
I like Aller.
God
He
willing,
is-
his ankle is 100%.
Mhm.
And basically, he can throw the ball, work on his accuracy, and work on him not getting happy feet as well. You know, because he can fling it. He makes some good throws, and he's a 6'5", 230. He's a big frame.
That's what you
That's
want.
what a prototypical quarterback.
And I personally think that Alar is going to get picked sooner.
I mean, that's now what they're saying, right? They're
Yeah.
saying now in the 2nd round.
I think someone comes and gets him 2nd round. So,
But do you trust what you have in Tanner, and we still have our quarterback coach right now? Like,
We'll see. Yeah, right
Well,
now
that's
we
good.
don't. Right now we're under the impression changes are going to be made.
yeah, it's going to change. They can't keep a running back coach at quarterback coach. Like that's just weird.
When I see it, I'll believe it. You know, we say that this can't happen, and everything happens that we believe it's not going to happen. But
They learned from their first year. You heard Darren Mougey say it. I learned from my mistakes in the first year. Aaron Glenn said, I learned from the mistake. I self-evaluated this year, and I'm going to make changes next year. So you would hope that they would do the most logical thing and change the QB coach, get somebody in who can actually help a new QB. Drew Aller, I wouldn't mind taking him in. Listen, we're hungry for a QB. So
Yeah.
I know we have a lot of holes, but if you find a buyer for 2 and acquire some picks, you can wheel and deal, and you
you
can
take him at 33.
yeah.
why not?
Shit, look at Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
Look at Mark Sanchez and what he's done. Dude, this dude literally was cutting up old dudes. And I'm up here defending this man because of what he did with the New York Jets. I'm like, the guy deserved it.
Yep.
It was his fault. He ran into the dude's knife, not our guy, Mark Sanchez. He didn't do nothing wrong.
He was
I
just
don't
showing
care.
him his knife.
Yeah, I don't care how drunk he was. He was helping the guy out, and then the guy tried to touch him in a weird place.
What do you think of Nussmeier?
I like Nussmeier too. If he's there, take a chance on him. At that point, I don't care. If there's somebody that's out there that could, I always say Aller because of what he was supposed to be before the injury. He was supposed to be one of those top picks. He had the attributes. He was being, they were essentially saying that he could potentially be another Josh Allen because he was like a Josh Allen in college. But then people are saying, oh, he could have, he doesn't have leadership. He doesn't have that. Same thing was being said about Dart. It was same thing was being said about Jackson Dart. When Jackson Dart was being put against, in the main games and all that, he would disappear and all of that. And look at him now.
Yeah, the kid's got a rocket for an arm, they say. He can just throw it. I've seen some clips of his before the injury. He looked good.
He's big
but
as
then again,
shit.
highlight clips always look good. But the way he throws, he can fling it. Plus, when he's 6'5", you see the field better, in my opinion.
Thank you. Exactly. He's big as shit.
Yeah.
Why? That's why I was all about some Will Howard. Once Snowball sent me some of the stuff, and I really took the time to. I was like, holy shit, Snowball's telling the truth on this guy.
Well, you got a good offensive line, so that's a good plus to have for the quarterback.
I was watching Will Howard in Kansas State, so
draft a good wide receiver to back up. You maybe drive that. They say that what's that, Lemon, and then at pick 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We'll
but Afram, we're getting ready to wrap it up. But I'm gonna ask you this last question: what is your thoughts on the fact that nothing is being leaked out right now out of One Just Drive? Do you like that, or are you wanting information?
It's fine. I mean, and Salah was like that in the beginning. Nothing was getting leaked out until later on when everybody got pissed off and they leaked out everything to Rossini or to the Atlantic. But listen, I just want results. I couldn't care less what happens behind the scenes.
Good.
I don't care about press conferences. I want to see results. I want to see competency. I want to see things moving along. I've been watching this team for a very, very long time, and this year wasn't good. Wasn't really that. It was one of the worst. It was very. Nothing was looking right. It was total mess. There was nothing to say to you that there's anything positive out of it. Okay, so
Listen,
He got good dance moves.
we're gonna leave you with
I
this.
don't even know about that.
Afram, you have to promise us one thing. All right.
Yes, I'll promise if I can.
Next season, you cannot let go of the rope.
Yeah,
You can't until the end. Till the end of the
we're
season.
falling in a bottomless pit. That rope ain't long enough. You're gonna.
Exactly.
Oh, we got another guy that's walked in here. Afram, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet.
Where am I going? I'm home. Where am I leaving?
All
With
right.
that being said, we got
He's in the
our
car?
guy,
There he is.
He's in the
our
car.
guy, the Nick.
Hello, Mr. Shine.
Mr.
Hello,
Shine.
gentlemen. How are we?
How are you, man?
How is the white van?
The candy tempted me. He said, I got some candy for you. And I was like, I haven't eaten in a couple days, sir. I'll do
Okay.
anything for some
All
candy,
right.
please.
Very good.
How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Nick.
Very excited about the possibilities on the horizon for our team, gentlemen.
Okay.
The only time to be excited is the off season.
Did you say Verizon?
Why? It's bad connection?
No,
No,
because
no.
they were going through all of their stuff. I
Wait,
thought you were comparing the Jets to Verizon. It was
Oh.
a bad joke. It was a bad joke.
Nick, are you muted? We can't hear you.
Stop.
He's messing with you. He's messing with you. Nick, so let me ask you this, right?
What do you got,
You saw all of the you put it up on your show, right? Later on and on your IG and a lot of on your social media platforms today about all the defensive candidates that they went ahead and interviewed.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that coming. Like, I couldn't believe that they were interviewing all those individuals like that. I couldn't believe they had Jim Leonard there, if I'm being honest with you. That was
Yeah,
shocking to
Yeah.
me to see that. Like, what do you think of that? What's your thoughts on that?
I love the move in silence. I like that. I barking loud sometimes doesn't get things done. You know, there's how do I word this? Sometimes those that scream the loudest, it you know, when you scream fire all the time, you know, nobody's going to pay attention, right? If you're always screaming about something, it loses its interest.
Yeah, they're
Move in
pussies.
silence.
You could say that.
Do things behind the scenes, like do things in a professional manner. And I feel that the less that the Johnsons are involved, the more this organization looks like that. I feel that Mougey and Glenn, besides from Glenn at a press conference, I feel that they're conducting themselves in the right manner in terms of behind the scenes. But then you put a microphone in front of Glenn and it gets a little chaotic. So I'm hoping that goes away. I'm hoping that he does the self-assessing and it kind of that dissipates and goes away. But listen, man, I
Can I
said
ask you a
it's
question?
a very underwhelming hire. Like, I don't think we're going to get, which could be a lame duck hire, or lame duck head coach. You're not going to get the big name hire. You're going to have to get a guy who might not be intriguing to other teams. But yeah, go ahead.
Do you think, based on what happened this past year, that Spielman gets more involved, pushing the narrative of which coach he feels, or he gives his opinion, so they have another point of view versus just their own?
See, here's the thing, though. We don't know how involved he was or this past year to begin with, right? A lot of times those roles are quiet, behind the scenes, in someone else's ear. You're not out at the microphone for the mid-year like the GM or daily, weekly like the coaches. So I don't know how big his role was to begin with. So I can't answer that because it's kind of a faceless role, right? We know that he had the deal where he can come in and most of his time was going to be, you know, on online meetings. So I don't know how big of a role he had to honestly answer that. That's something I would be curious to see if our media members could dive into and find out.
Yeah,
know?
I always thought they should have just made him the president of the football operations, not Jaime. Jaime is a finance guy.
Jaime's a waste, man.
Yeah,
Jaime's a waste.
Spielman's 33rd team, right?
Spielman and Tannenbaum were part of that.
Yeah.
So basically, they did the interviews to then give himself a job.
Yeah, and they put themselves in the organization. So they interviewed, hired the head coach and GM, basically, and then just inserted themselves into the organization.
Yeah.
Good deal. Nice, nice.
If
nice
you have
job.
an ownership committee or ownership team with the brothers that are dumb enough to buy into that, sure.
Right?
Hey, here's what I recommend. We got you the coach, we got you the GM, but hire me as well. Okay.
Right. I just want to keep collecting a paycheck. Oh, and by the way, I'm not coming in really. So if you want me, hit me up on Zoom. So,
Yeah, I do shows on the internet. I could hop on with a Jets meeting and report back to you guys. I don't have to go to the Florham Park either.
So
I don't know. It's
call me old fashioned, but if someone's going to be involved with the organization, I want them in the building. Like I want them to be there.
Exactly.
I want someone's heart and soul and to be there. So Spielman for me, listen, I have nothing against the guy personally, but again, I like drive and I like someone to be there. I know he has got his hands in a bunch of things, and I can get that. His time
depends on what his role was given.
Yeah, wasn't it consultant? Yeah. Wasn't he consultant? Like
it's not like he has any say much. He's just basically there to oversee or
he's not head of football operations. Basically. He's not head of personnel or something like that. I think they just brought him in to kind of oversee things and make sure the Mougey and Glenn transition. Exactly. Make sure the Mougey and Glenn transition. Both guys new in this position. Let's get an experienced guy for them to basically get on the phone whenever they wanted to, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Nick, let me ask you this. I know on your show, the Nick Shine show, him and Chaos come back tomorrow. Can't wait. All right.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Pride and Chaos.
That voice he was doing was wild tonight.
Dude, it was his Texan voice. Like that's what he thinks of a Texan would sound like.
I typed it wrong before, but to me it sounded a combination of Shaft and Big Pussy from The Sopranos. Like if those two voices merged into one, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like it had like a fat, heavy tongue, but with like a southern gentleman voice.
If you notice, he would start with the southern accent, and then he got deeper in thought. It changed because he was trying to spit the words out quickly, and then his accent changed quickly.
It was intriguing. I was enjoying listening to it while I was working.
For those of you
who are
guys,
good work by you
Tunes fans, it was a little foghorn leghorn.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, but I want to ask you this, right? Because our guy E a little bit earlier was saying, and I think you were the one that put it on your show. How many people are we losing next year? And you could give a percentage. Isn't it more than like 50% of the roster?
Oh, yeah. I have 24 guys who will be back. And that doesn't include if you move on from Sherwood, if you move on from McDonald. Those are guys under contract who I think will be back. That doesn't guarantee Brees, AVT, Simpson's free agent. That doesn't include those guys. It's at 24. And the last 3 or 4 of those aren't givens, right? Like none of our quarterback room is guaranteed.
Yep.
You got Davis and Allen.
Yep.
You got Taylor and Ruckert.
Yep.
You got Membu, Olu, Myers, Tittman,
right?
Then you got Garrett, Mitchell, Mechie, Arian Smith, ? Defense, that's 15. Special teams, you got Williams, McNamara. We don't know if Falk will be back. Hennessy. So there's 3 there. That's 18. Defense, you got Stevens.
AZ Thomas.
AZ Thomas, Brownlee.
Malachi.
Sherwood's not a given. Malachi Moore is the other one. Then you got JJ, Briggs.
Will,
like it's not guaranteed though with Will, right? Like I think with that 5th year coming up, maybe they make a move and try to get someone who's more bigger and physical on the edge. I don't think they want that small guy on the edge. I think that you saw a team this year that got controlled and dominated a lot at the line of scrimmage, and you look around the league and you see many teams that can put down a 4-man front and they could still stuff the run. We don't have that. You know, I want Briggs to be my worst defensive lineman, not my best of the four. You know, I want to go get a big body defensive tackle to put next to him to isolate Briggs with one-on-ones, which I think he can excel at. I want JJ to have somebody with a bigger body on the other side where JJ's our smaller defensive end in run fronts. So I think there's a lot of changes, and I think there's going to be a lot of turnover. And I wouldn't be surprised if we start using these 5s, 6s, and 7s to acquire maybe talent that's been misused or in an organization where there was a schematic change with the defense and that guy doesn't fit anymore, where you find a Briggs, you find a Brownlee, you get a Mitchell, a Mechie, you get them in throw-ins, and then you do the pick swap, right? I'll give you the 5 and you give us the 6 and the player, you know, and do some of those where you're finding talent. Because listen, I think it's comical when people say that, oh, you traded up for Barron, Tyler Barron. It's not even worth knowing his name, but it was a fucking 6th-round pick. Why are we complaining about that? You didn't trade up to the back end of round 1 for him. Like that's just looking to add negativity to a situation unnecessarily, in my opinion, when you speak like that.
And how many picks do we have in the draft? Right,
12,
in total, 12. Right.
We have a couple comps coming in.
Okay.
So the screenshot that I've been putting up is from Tankathon, and that has projected comps in it. If you go to Tankathon and you click on the Jets and then you scroll to the bottom of that page, it shows you their draft picks and the positioning, and it'll have comp on it. That's where I got that image from.
Are the comps this year? I thought it was for next year that they come.
No, we have them coming. We have a couple comps from this year from the players that we lost last year.
Okay, that's right.
Now,
So
anyone we lose this offseason
Will be
will then go into the
2027.
27 draft.
So who's
So
your
let's
number
just-
2 and number 16?
So let's just say it's 14, right? And you said 24. That's how many right there already, right? 38 that we have. How many do you need to build a full roster?
53.
We have 53 that you keep active, 48 you dress on game day, and then you have, I forget the number. They moved it up to the practice squad.
16 or 18?
So there's
So
going to be a
that's-
lot of new faces here. There's going to be a lot of new faces.
Exactly. So to my point, to E, we're going to have to get some guys in free agency.
Yeah.
They have to be the guys that are going to fit the mold
Of
of what they're doing. And you saw in your Brownlee, in your Briggs, you see it with the Phillips. You're seeing it with a lot of these guys that they're picking up, and they're doing something. Your Mechie, your AD Mitchell. You know, the AD Mitchell was like, dude, give me that guy on top of the 2 ones that we got from you. So I like what I'm seeing from what they're doing. They just need to start winning.
Yeah.
Can
Once
I
they
show
they
you the
need-
Tankathon?
They need, say again?
Can I
Yeah.
show you the Tankathon?
Yeah.
All right, so we can take a look at Tankathon. So
I think
is
a
that
couple of
showing
those
there?
are projected comps. I don't think they've announced those yet. That usually happens in February, I believe.
Mm,
But these algorithms are proven now they know what the algorithm is, so they can project what the comps will be.
right. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
12 right
6,
there.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 picks. Yeah.
And the comps kick in after
Okay.
the round ends, right?
Yeah, they're on the back end of that round. And the comps are now tradable. They started that a few years ago. They used to be you couldn't trade a comp pick, but now you can.
Yeah.
And
So
let me ask you guys
there's
this:
2
what your
comps there.
guys'
5th round. comps.
what is your guys' thoughts on the Bailey Zappi?
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, he's got some. It could be a 2nd or 3rd quarterback. I don't think Brady Cook is rosterable. So everyone
Correct.
wanted to see Brady Cook got their wish. He basically burnt the pizza to a crisp. That was his cooking. I don't know. Maybe a 3. Maybe he's a 3rd. Maybe he's a backup, right? Like he's got some starts in his career. You know, it's not going to move the win needle, but I'm a big believer that moving the win needle is not the goal this year. I really don't. And I know fans don't want to hear that, but I am a big believer that possibly a bigger tank job is coming. Be more competitive and then be able to sell to management, as I was saying this afternoon on the show. Hey, we're a more competitive team. We took these top 4 picks. We hit. They're all very good as rookies. We're going to add 3 more picks. We're going to go all in. We're going to get a quarterback. This team is a quarterback away from being competitive. You let us do the last 2 years. Let us have the 3rd year with the rookie quarterback and see what we can do. So, gun to my head, as I was asked today on the show, I think Aaron Glenn is still the coach in 27. I do, because I think you're letting this get built. You're not going to get rid of him. Now, if he shows he can't coach, he doesn't improve, and it's still some reckless moments as a head coach, then I don't know. But I think that this is the long-term plan, and I think Woody falling into the backdrop and not being front and center anymore kind of tells you that he's going to sit back and say, let's just let them build this. We have all these draft picks. It's going to take 2 years with all the holes that we have. We don't have an NFL roster. We have some nice pieces, but we don't have a fucking team. And you need to build a team. And with the draft picks and the money, you can do that. If you can't make this team competitive by 2027 and beyond with the draft capital, with the financial flexibility that we have, we're never going to do it. Just fold up Florham Park, burn the building to the ground, and sell it.
Let's just say we don't go quarterbacks at all, right?
This year?
No, but meaning like in the first 3 rounds.
I don't think we go at all.
Yeah, so
you got Zappy, and you got the hooker. So
and you bring in a vet.
Is that it? Is that
Johnny's been inappropriate with a hooker and got zapped before, so he's the expert here on the quarterbacks.
We
look. I know people are not going to want to say it, and I actually do not like this dude, and I can't stand him, but I think it'll be better than what we have at the current moment if he shakes out and it won't cost us a lot. It's Kirk Cousins, bro.
I think
he'd be way better than what we have right now.
I think he's cooked.
Sure. I do too. But
do we bring back the Patriots line and get Mac Jones and Zappy?
No. I think just to touch base on the Cousins thing, I think Woody Johnson would shoot that down because they went to the table with Cousins in 2018 and he used the Jets to drive up the Minnesota offer to go there. So I think Woody is very cognizant of that and will not bring in the guy that made him look bad and used him in the past.
Not only that,
businessmen remember that shit.
And he knows we're desperate, and he's gonna up his price to come here, even at 38 years old.
Well, it's not going to do it again.
And Yanks, appreciate you.
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you for coming in. So, yep, check us out. We're on here. But yeah, it's intriguing. Like, there's just so many holes, man. Like, I honestly, and you've been saying it, and we've been saying it. You know how we feel. Give me that quarterback of that defense. Give me a true linebacker. You know,
so just take the best players, right? You have, if you take a D end, we need it. You take a D tackle, we need it. You take a linebacker, we need it. You get a safety, we need it. You get another tight end, we need it. You get a guard, we're probably going to need it, right? With Simpson, and then AVT. You might be better letting both go. You draft a center in round 2, you need it. You draft another running back in round 4, you need it. Like, anywhere you draft, just fucking hit.
Yep.
Just hit.
Yeah.
It's all about making the roster better this year. And then with the 3 picks in 2027, now you move with specifics. Now you go for the quarterback. Now you go get the piece that you didn't. My dream draft is the Colts to be a top 10 pick, just like the year Seattle crapped the bed and we had the 2 top 10 picks. Next year, 2 top 10 picks with us, and you go and you get Manning. And someone said to me today, don't count on Manning. Both Eli and Peyton stayed all 4 years. They don't think it's a given that Arch will declare next year. So,
Nick, I've been saying that to like Snowball. We've had this conversation already. Yo, they have, man. Like, and dude, if the Jets are there, bro, you saw what they've done to us in the past, man. Dude, I can't stand the Mannings. I don't want a Manning over here. I'm sorry. I know like people are wanting like Tank for or Arch for Manning or whatever. I don't
Mark
want
for Arch.
Yeah, I do.
All right, you got March for Arch. You got Delayan for Saying. You got Gore for Moore. Pick whatever cute little name you want, right? Sellers for Sellers. Whatever you think is the catchy thing for the quarterback, there's a ton of options. Next year is the quarterback year, and it could be one of the biggest quarterback drafts that in recent memory, right? We
Fingers
had
crossed.
5 a couple years ago, right, with Knicks and May and all those guys. We could be looking at 5 quarterbacks going in the top 12. There's a lot of teams this year, might even be the Raiders. Who knows? Maybe the Raiders say we're going to wait a year. Maybe they let Mendoza pass. Maybe they sell the pick.
so-
I don't think it's a given that the Raiders go at Mendoza when you still have Geno under contract and you have what a lot of people are saying is a more enticing quarterback class in 27. The Raiders could adopt the Allen theory, right?
Nick, so today I watched a podcast of Derek Carr's brother, and he was interviewing Derek Carr, right? And Derek Carr goes and says the Raiders should not get Mendoza. They are not a quarterback away from fixing anything. They need wide receivers.
Yeah.
Yes, they have Genty, and yes, they have Bowers. That is it. They have, if you guys are thinking that the Jets have holes, them dudes have like 80% of
They got
holes
bad O-line too.
that need to be fixed and everything. And he was saying this. He was like, Geno, okay, has been there. He knows how to read a NFL defense at the current moment. You're not going to get a rookie quarterback. He said, insert any rookie quarterback at the moment right now that's going to give you that at the current moment. He's like, it's going to take time. And the Raiders are not at that position to do that. That's why, for me, I love that our line is pretty much built. And, you know, we've talked about it, dude. I've always said I'm a trench guy, man. You build that shit from the trenches and you go there. And I'm on the same boat with you, man. Dude, give me a 6'5" quarterback, bro. Give me them big ass quarterbacks that can see the field a lot better than a guy that is 6 feet, 6'1" or whatever, you know. So
Hey Johnny, what do you think about Carson Beck?
I fucking hate Carson Beck, man. Yo, Nick will tell you, man, dude. You saw it in the last game. The dude he burnt him, and he dirted the ball. He could give you those 10 to 15 yards. He's hit.
Mark Sanchez for me.
That's it.
He's Mark Sanchez. He'll make the most beautiful throw, and then he'll miss wide open guys, and he'll short hop it. He'll overthrow it. He'll be wide. He'll be behind. But he'll make an amazing throw, and you're like, that's why he's talented. That's why this team is there. And then he'll shit the bed.
Yep.
So he's the perfect Jet.
Nobody talks about the fact that Miami O-line is super good. That defense that they have is
they know how to play call for his deficiencies. That they do a tremendous. What are you doing? Quick bubbles, use your speed, your athleticism, get your offensive lineman out in space blocking. They don't want to put the ball downfield with him often because he's erratic. Less than 10 yards, that's his strength, but you got to get the ball out quick. You got to have a great play design. You got to have it be a clear-cut open read for him to go to. That's what he is as a quarterback, and that petrifies me in the NFL because the NFL, they will take away your first read.
So the Raiders pass on Mendoza, and the Jets are sitting there. Do they take him, or do they pass on him?
I don't think they pass.
I
They
think
don't
they
pass
pass
on
on
that.
that.
I don't think they pass. And if
But
the
we're
Raiders
not a
are
quarterback
passing,
away, though.
I know. You don't trade up. But if the quarterback falls to you, if Mendoza falls to you.
Yeah, but
you
then
take
you'd
him.
have a lot of suitors for your number 2 pick, right?
So
But in that same theory, the Raiders would be shopping the pick, right? The Raiders would shop the pick if they're not going to take him. When there's a 1 quarterback draft, you sell the pick.
so
You don't just pass on it.
Arizona
Nick-
would be for that pick too.
So Nick, E says we had 8 picks last year, and the only one that panned out was Membo so far. Nick is right.
I disagree.
That is
with that part.
completely wrong. You got Malachi Moore, who's your starting safety now.
He had over 100 tackles. He punched a couple balls out. Taylor, I think, led us
Mason
with 44
Taylor.
receptions, and he didn't play the last 4 games. He had the worst quarterback play in football. You know, quality quarterback play.
Arian
you're
Smith would
looking
have
at,
done
even if you
something.
give him a Kirk Cousins, right? As awful as Kirk Cousins was, Cousins knows how to get the ball out to guys. You know, he would have had 70 catches with a Cousins-led offense this year, especially after Garrett went out. He would have bumped up to the number one option. So I think Taylor didn't get utilized the right way, and we couldn't see his full arsenal of what he can bring because of how bad the quarterback play was this year. I think AZ Thomas is nice. I wanted to see more. That's one of my biggest disappointments down the end of the year, as you guys know from watching me. I wanted to see AZ really. Do we have a starting corner? And I think we go into the offseason with another question. It's not a definitive. I think that Glenn will believe in AZ. I think Glenn will allow him to go get that spot. But I wouldn't be surprised if they add to that room.
And that's what I'm saying, Nick. Like, we've talked about this draft that they've hit on a lot of these players that have come from this draft. It's not just Membu. Okay, you can't evaluate Arian Smith because if I'm being honest with you, you couldn't evaluate any of the fucking wide receivers that we have, even the tight ends at this moment.
Quarterback wide receiver relationship is all about timing, cohesion, consistency, you know, knowing where they're going to be without communicating. It's tough when you're changing 3 quarterbacks in a year. It's tough to get that down, right? I'm not making excuses for Arian Smith. He didn't do great with the opportunities given to him, but we didn't have quarterbacks throwing the ball downfield. He had 3 different quarterbacks to deal with. I think he'll be in wide receiver 5 next year. I think you go with Garrett, a rookie, Mechie, Mitchell, and then Arian. And maybe you bring in, maybe Irv Charles you bring back as the 6th guy who's your special team guy. You know, if Stiggers is going to be out, then you bring Irv Charles back, who I think you still have rights to. So it's
Nick, wasn't it at one point?
Nick,
at one point, right? Wasn't Arian Smith leading the league in separation?
He was. Yeah.
So there's
against
stuff
man
that's
coverage.
there.
Against man coverage. That's on the quarterbacks for not getting him the ball, right, when he's open. But he was on an island of his own. He was more than 2.9 yards away, and I think this was mid to late November. So he doesn't have a ton of routes, but against man coverage, he was getting separation. Now, if you get somebody like a Cousins, he could force feed that ball all day to a guy who's got 3 yards. 3 yards is 9 feet, dude. Like, that's a massive amount of separation.
Just to we have a slight uptick in viewership, so I just want to remind people, hit the like button if you're just coming in, and hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. Where else can you come on a Friday night and get the likes of Afram, Nick Shine, Jeremy Jets Chaos, Matt O'Leary, like all these people coming on to the show? They must like us for some reason. I have no idea why, but they do. So come on in, join us every Friday night at 7:30 just to plug the show.
Nick and Afra, let me ask you guys this really quickly. You guys heard pretty much the entire show with having Chaos and having Matt on the show, being Aaron Glenn and Darren Mougey. Did you guys have a part that you guys liked the most, or like you wish they would really say this shit to us, or what?
Chaos was funny. I thought it.
Yeah, Chaos is great when he's not himself. I'm a big fan of Jeremy being other people. I love Jeremy not being Jeremy.
So, all right. Well, you and Jeremy can role play tomorrow night on the Nick Shine.
Did you guys have a time for it yet?
8:00 Eastern. We're running it back. Little old school Pride and Chaos, Shine and Chaos.
Oh, wow.
So,
he doesn't have pride anymore. Night. No pride, but shine.
But Nick, I have a question from Gavis. What's Nick's take on Quincy? Would he be great in Detroit?
He'll be great in Dallas with his brother. And I really hope it happens, because that leaves Dallas passing on Sonny Styles at 12. And that is a pro Jet take. I think Quincy fits into certain schemes. I don't think this scheme was more for him. I think he fits being aggressive and not thinking so much at linebacker and just going. And I think he had to read and react a little bit more, and that's not his strong suit, because he likes to kind of guess and go. And if you can devise your scheme where he can just be an aggressor, and then you can design your safeties to help out, where if he guesses wrong, I think you'll get the best out of Quincy. But I think Quincy's sitting there reading and then knowing where to go. He didn't look too great this year with that.
So 16 is Styles for you.
That's my dream draft. Like Bane or Falk, because I want a big, physical, powerful end, and then Styles.
What about 33? Offense?
That defensive tackle from Florida, Baker. Is it Baker? Bates? Baker? He's 6'6", 325. He's explosive. He's powerful. He throws guys around. Like I want to build a dominant front seven.
Yeah.
I want to build a dominant front seven, and I feel that Sherwitz should switch to off ball. Get me a true Mike that's done it his whole. Sherwood's trying to learn how to play a position, and he's not ready. He's not. Banks, thank you, Adirondack. Banks is the D tackle from Florida. I hope to God he's there at 33. You know, I could even see the Jets jumping into the back end of one to get a guy like that if he starts to get into that 27, 28 range. I mean, if you get me Falk or Bane, okay, great, powerful defensive end. I like it. I don't think you get Falk at 2. I think you could bounce back a little bit. If you go Arvell Reese instead of Bane at 2, then go get me a defensive tackle in front of him that allows this guy to run around. Go get a McDonald or Banks. Take them earlier than you might want to, because you want Reese running around untouched. And if you have Briggs and Banks together in front of him, you got 2 guys that can eat up blockers and allow Reese to do what Reese does really well. 33, I mean, we got to see how night 1 happens and how we address free agency. But that, to me, that is the pick to sell. That is the pick where you take every call from every team and you make them bid against one another, and you got 20 hours to make a deal. And then when you get on the clock, you just let people panic and take the best offer. And, you know, we pick 44 and we pick 103. That's a 59 pick gap. Now, granted, we have 4 of the first 44, but I would be okay moving back, gaining a mid to late 3, and having that little buffer in between there. Say you get pick 75 and you move back to 42, and now you have 42, 44, 75. I would like that a lot more, but we got to see how it falls. We don't know how the Jets board will be, but I think you got to maximize this opportunity with these picks and walk out with a killing.
Have you guys seen? So shout out to my guy ISU. He put me on to that Illinois State wide receiver, Daniel Sabkowiskis, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I'm intrigued by that dude, man. He reminds me almost like a Adam Thielen type of individual, right? Bro, that dude had 19 touchdowns last year.
Nice.
19 touchdowns.
Nice.
You know
That's more than the Jets had in the last year and a half.
It's fucking crazy to me. And he's a big dude, man. He's 6'3", 205. So
listen, they got to get guys who to run this scheme, right? I think, and one of the things that kills me, besides AZ Thomas and Brownlee both going down, was Garrett Wilson never really getting to play with Mitchell and Mechie and Taylor. Mm-hmm. And Taylor can get the ball out. Now, he's not the greatest quarterback in the world, but he will get the ball out, right? Whether it's in traffic or not, he'll release it. I would have loved to seen what this scheme looked like with 3 guys who can run, like Wilson, Mechie, and Mitchell, with Brees also flexing out of the backfield. I think there's a lot of potential good here, but get guys who get separation. They're sharp route runners. They know where to be. They know how to read the defense. Get me smart, athletic guys at wide receiver. I don't need the burner who just goes deep. You got Arian Smith with that, right? Get me guys that are intelligent route runners, good hands, reliable, can run over the middle, can get separation on the outside, can run a comeback, can catch in traffic. I think I'm asking for too much, though. Now I'm saying
but
it
dude,
out
that's
we all
Nick,
are.
Nick, that's
really
that
good
kid, man. Like I think he was up there ranked in contested catches too, and that's something that I always like in wide receivers. Like, yo, you saw what the Panthers did, bro. Did you see the Panthers when they lined up right against the DBs? They were towering over them. It was fucking insane, and I was like, why can't the Jets do that? Like, why?
I just want guys who can get open and catch the ball. That's it.
I got to
Get
get
up
out
on
on this note, but one of my favorite thing to look for in a wide receiver is when he cuts. Is he heavy footed? Does he plant that foot in the ground, slow down, and then have to restart again? Or can he tap that toe and cut without decelerating at all? That's huge, because now if you can get that cornerback to turn his hips a little bit and you don't slow down, that's where you get your separation. But when you're heavy footed and you plant that foot, a quick footed cornerback can turn with you and be on the ball. So, but those are little things that I look for on film. Like, how are you in your cuts? How are you, like, are you heavy footed, or can you really create that separation? And I think with this passing attack, and you watch Detroit, they like the guys that can cut, get out quick, and then you can turn it upfield and beat guys deep. But let me run. We got to go do the lockup. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Yeah, I know
Hey.
you.
Hey.
Hey, see, I talked about his guy and he came on, man. So
Say it with me right now.
Sabawawi,
Sobkowitz.
Sobkowitz,
Sobkowitz. He's a Polak. Get him.
So
Sob-
not a smart wide receiver. All right.
He was a
not
walk-on,
smart wide
guys.
receiver.
Mm.
yeah. Here, if you guys get a chance, go check out his story, man. Like,
Hey, I got to bounce. We got to do
all
it.
right,
All right,
Nick,
I'm
love you,
still at
bro,
work.
man. Be good,
Good.
man.
Be
Hey,
good.
tomorrow, 8
Lock it
p.m.
up.
Nick Shine Show. Check him out.
That's me. I like that show. I
Later.
recommend it.
Later,
Later, gentlemen.
Nick.
See you next time.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, do it.
Mr. ISU, how are you, sir?
I'm all right, man. I can't.
Can
complain.
you please tell the fan base about Illinois State's wide receiver, 19 touchdowns? Talk to them. Over
41 for his career.
41.
Yeah, and he was a walk-on.
And his last name is Ishkabibble.
Sobkowitz.
Sobkowitz. Yes,
Got it.
Sobkowitz.
Yeah, honestly, like so when
That's a long name on the back of a jersey, by the way.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yes.
it is. But
I would take him shoulder to shoulder.
is worth it. Yeah, I mean, to me, honestly, he could be like Cooper Kupp kind of player. So, I mean, I saw Cooper Kupp play for Eastern Washington, and same kind of guy, right? Catches everything. He just catches everything. But we don't have to spend a high pick. He can be in the 4th round, maybe, if he gets there. You know what I mean? He might not get there. It'd be the only thing. So maybe trading back, like Nick was talking about, with the 33 and getting into the 3rd round, you can get him in the 3rd. You might get him. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to me where he goes, because the guy can play and he's got a bot. He's got the frame for it. He's different than what we have on the team. So, I mean, he knows how to play. That's for damn sure. And the
So
numbers
ISU,
match up.
we've been asking a lot of the guests that have been coming on. First off, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
on the
Text
show.
me, I said, here I am. So
Here I am again on my own. I'm sorry. So who are you picking with our first 2 picks at 2 and 16?
the 2, I would take a high end wide receiver, like whoever it is. I don't care. So if they could slide a little, maybe. I don't know that that's going to be possible. But this league is predicated on weapons now, especially in the passing game, and we don't have enough. So to me, I don't need to get that edge, and the reason I don't need to get the edge is because I would, in the 2nd round, I would take Gabe Hackis from Illinois. So you can look at what he did. He's got 19 sacks the last 2 years and over 100 tackles. So he can set the edge on the run. That's the guy that we don't have to overdraft an edge like Bain. That might be no one knows for sure, right? Like, is his arms too small or whatever that is? I don't even care about that stuff. But for me, I would go high-end receiver, whoever it is on their board. I don't even care. Like, if it's Tate, if it's Tyson, if it's Lemon. I don't think Lemon too high at 2, but maybe that's the 16 pick. You know what I mean? But why not take the receiver? And then I saw somebody mention backfill for AVT. Maybe see, I kind of agree with Alan. We could get the Jones kid from Iowa later on to play center and keep Tippmann at guard. So AVT's already handled, right?
Logan Jones is the truth, man.
So yeah, right. So and I have never would have a problem taking taking a lineman from Iowa because they know what they're doing. So
exactly,
there's no issue there. So I guess if then that opens up the door for maybe getting the second tight end and getting Sadiq at 16. So take a receiver, take Sadiq at 16, then get Hackus in the second round, and we're all of a sudden we got some players at all these different spots, right?
Sadiq at 16.
Why not?
Interesting.
Dude,
I haven't heard it, but
you're laughing at me, Infrared. Why are you laughing at me? Because I want weapons. I mean,
no. ISU. I mean, Infrared. So this is what I want to ask, and I'm glad you guys brought it up. So he keeps saying about AVT because we need a premium guard. Is AVT on the team right now?
Yeah.
Probably depends on how much money he gets offered from somebody else.
But is he unrestricted, you say?
Correct. I thought he was a straight unrestricted free agent after they didn't
pick up his fifth option, did they?
No, they that was it. They're done.
They're done with him.
Yeah.
They're done with him, yeah.
So he's been replaced. You Tipman, that's the guy already that's there, right? And then Simpson is the one that we're talking about now. And fucking keep these guys together.
Yep.
I don't fucking care about having to get me this premium fucking guard that's gonna stick with these kids. The kid's fucking still young. Simpson's not old.
No.
Let them stay.
But you got to sign him now.
Correct.
Because, you got to sign him before he hits free agency.
Yep. People are scared of the penalties and stuff. So,
His penalties were for what? For fucking defending his people. You want that shit. Okay? Yeah. When somebody was picking at his quarterback, he was the first one to shove a dude. Flag. Right? Oh, he pushed a guy too hard, okay, onto the grass. I've never seen that shit. So you pancake somebody now, and that's too hard?
I think we worry too much because the Broncos are high up on the most penalties in the season, but they're winning, so it doesn't make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we want. We want to win. Then no one's going to worry about penalties as much as long as we're winning. But we got to have, we got the talent. You don't think do you think because they brought in Mitchell and Mechie that they may hold off and go defense quite a bit in the first two picks?
Mechie has to be re-signed.
Yeah.
So he's not a guarantee that he's going to be back on this team.
Right.
So you do have a hole in wide receiver right now, unless you really all in onto Arian Smith, right? Which again, for myself,
I'm not.
We don't know. I don't think any wide receiver that we have right now, you can evaluate them. Garrett included. I mean, Garrett, we know what he is already, right? But we fucking have no idea what the whole entire wide receiver room is itself. So because we don't fucking have a quarterback.
Garrett's quarterback proof. He's like Terry McLaurin, right? Terry McLaurin just put up 1,000 yard after 1,000 yard with random guys. And Garrett's the same kind of guy, so I don't worry about him at all. Mitchell's the one that I want to know if he can really be a 3. I don't think he's a 2. So that's why I want a high-end guy with that early pick. And then maybe Mitchell pans out and you've got 3 guys. And if you did my plan and took Sadiq at 16, then all of a sudden you got 2 guys that can catch the ball at tight end, plus Ruckert can come in and block.
So you're talking a wide receiver with 2 and a 16, the tight end?
He's going all offense, straight offense from the
I want weapons, man.
We need weapons. He's right.
Also need some defense too, man.
Who's going to?
Yeah, we got plenty of picks. We can get that's what I'm saying. In a second round, you can take Hackus, and that takes care of your end problem. You get Clemens off the damn team.
You really need a tackle and a linebacker.
And I want a linebacker. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a linebacker at 16. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying, do we want to fix all our holes with these? I mean, I don't know if you guys watched Sadiq play, but that guy's
he's fucking muscles on muscles on muscles.
He's a monster. And you put him in the same offense with Taylor, and then we got something there.
Dude, that's why I wanted Darnell Washington. Okay, so fucking bad.
He's a mountain?
The mountain, bro. You saw what he was doing before he got hurt over there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Right? Aaron Rodgers saw him and was like, "Oh shit, this is a big fucking guy that could catch the ball and run.
Yeah.
Let me keep giving him the ball."
And
then he
mow
got hurt.
people down. Yeah, and then he got hurt. I'm a big fan, like Nick said. I'm a big fan of BPA. Wherever we are, just best player available. Just like go for it.
Could you imagine the uproar that's going to occur if we go with Sadiq at 16 when we skipped on Warren and we skipped on Bowers, and then later on we ended up getting a tight end?
Yeah. I mean, I was beating the drum for Warren last year.
Yeah. He was a
I mean, I'm the one on Jake's show that was the start of the Warren Whisperer. That's right? It. Like I want those weapons, man. This league is not run and play defense anymore.
No.
It's take advantage of your Jimmies and Joes when they don't have a Jimmy and Joe to stop them.
True.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we stop losing by 23 points a game. So,
maybe we could score 23 points a game.
But if you have an offense that's out there that's eating the living shit out of the clock and is not giving the ball back in like less than a minute to the other team,
it's symbiotic, man. It really is. It's like edges help cornerbacks. It's the same thing. Offenses help defenses be better, right? Keep them rested. We can't maintain the time of possession well enough. That's the dirty secret behind Illinois State's run of the national title is how much we held the ball.
Yep.
Even in the national title game, we lost by a point, but we had the ball for 20 more minutes than they did. That's what put us in the position to win the game. Because our offense was that good. You know
Sobkowitz, my bad.
Sobkowitz. Johnny, I want you to take a guess. How many new subscribers have we gotten so far on this show?
10.
11. We're up to 11 new subscribers. And if you're new, there's a slight uptick in people watching right now. I feel like the snake oil salesman, but
it's that mystery box everyone wants.
It is the mystery box. It is true. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. So if you're one of those lucky people who do subscribe tonight and in the future, when we get to 500, whatever is in this mystery box, it could be like Johnny said last week, it could be a part of his small intestine if you want, but it also could be something very Jets valuable related. So you don't know what's in there, but please hit the like button. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, we would really appreciate you guys taking the time to hit the subscribe button because we are on our way. So, yes, behind door number 3. This is door number 1, 2, and 3 because I don't have 2 other doors.
So he says for safety reasons, we have had too many QB and running back issues not having a solid front line. I need the number 16 pick to address AVT for a future QB pick next year. We have them. Sign Simpson. Keeps them all together. Yes. Get the center from freaking Iowa. Okay? His name is Logan Jones. Go look at it. Get anybody from Iowa. All right? And put them on the line. And you're not going to have an issue with it. Like, I want to keep the guys together. They're already building something there. You got your bookends in Olu, and you got it in Membu. Okay, you got Titman at right guard already. It's done. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like,
they played all year together.
When's the last time we've done that? I don't know.
Yeah, does that worry anybody? We just wasted a year of nobody being hurt on the line.
It doesn't to me because these guys are sticking together, right? Yeah. And when we had our guy on the show, right, which I hope he's doing well. Haven't talked to him in a while, so like I really hope if he's watching, you know what I'm talking about, man. Hope he's doing well. But he always said, right, his biggest thing, he played right guard for the New York Jets, and he said when you have a team that stays together, it's like you guys are moving at the same time. You know where that individual is going to do, and you know that the individual is going to essentially, like, if you fuck up, he'll be able to pick your fuck up for yourself. And like when he said that stuff, I was like, oh my God, we might have that. Holy shit, it's working. wow, look at this year, you know. So again, we just didn't have a fucking quarterback. The quarterback sucked. It was bad.
You have to admire the fact that they didn't get hurt, considering they had to fight off the defensive line for more than 5 seconds because the quarterback holding onto the ball.
We obviously did something right with the coaching on the
And they didn't
offensive
wear
line.
out like they should have been worn out.
Tidman, you know what Tidman said? Lamont Burns. I got Lamont.
Burns, yes.
You know what Tidman said? Right? If he's holding the ball for 7 seconds, I need to block for 9 seconds. That was their mindset. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. Like,
they just couldn't hold up that long.
Because he knew in practice he was holding on the ball for 7 seconds.
You don't have to adopt that mindset if you don't already know, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the right thing, right? Your job is to block, right? So they get it. It just shows that they get it.
And I understand what you're saying, you know, like I get it, but I feel like the line's already been addressed, and it's Simpson that needs to be signed and keep that guy. You're going to bring in another individual that does not know. Let these guys stick together, man. Let them be there. Get a center. Because, you know, I mean, what they signed, they extended Myers for another 2 years.
Yeah, but his salary's low, I think.
Yeah, we got to get a real center. He just is
correct.
Right.
Correct.
Hey, he lasted 17 games, and he did a okay job. So, you know,
yeah,
I'm not opposed to like Johnny said. I'm all for continuity. Like unless something better comes along, yes, keep the continuity, and then draft somebody. You know, if you can
flip that number 6. Yeah, he's not.
I think realistically, probably what they'll do is, if they would take a receiver, I think realistically they'd probably take like Peter Woods at 16 if he's there, like the big D lineman from Clemson or whatever. Just that seems to make the most sense. But
that's what I was gonna say. Flip it on the other side, right? Build the defensive line. That's what you do.
But I don't want my dream to die either, Johnny.
I know. But fucking, what if we trade back, and then some idiot is like, hey, we have this. We're gonna give you this, right?
We have 33.
Yep.
Yeah, I think 33 is the pick that you can get. You can recoup your third that you don't have, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have options, is what I'm trying to say. And I think, you know, Mougey and Glenn are putting us in a position that we have not had for a while. Not only this year, but next year too. And if, let's just say, for some crazy reason, Glenn is fired and all that, you're telling me that a head coach coming in that is like, shit, I got 3 first-round picks, right? Yeah. And the Colts pick that could potentially be even more for us the year after because they don't know if they're going to be good. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. I like what you guys are doing.
It's all good and fun, but unless, you know, we don't know what's in their head. And how
I just don't want to suck again.
Well, we can't just throw every asset into the defense. I mean, it's not what the league is. No, it's in ISU. Like, I want half and half. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I really want the fucking quarterback of our defense because it's not fucking Sherwood. Oh, okay, no, yeah, it's like give me a true middle linebacker that is going to fucking go to a Sherwood if Sherwood is our number 2, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, do you see that? Right? No, don't fucking jump that. Okay, stop. All right."
But not too long ago, let's go back in recent memory when C.J. Mosley went down, and Jamian Sherwood stepped in at the end of the season to help him out, and everyone was so high on Jamian Sherwood. They loved him because he did such a great job in place of C.J. Mosley. What was it? Not last year, but the year before, right? Like, we believed, and then we found out. So, you know,
that also has coaching. Coaching has something to do with that.
I believe that C.J. Mosley was on the sideline in his ear telling him what to do. And then when C.J. Mosley wasn't there anymore, you saw what happened.
Yeah, he did. He kind of fell apart. And after him, to your point, coaching changed. So you had Saleh.
Different mindset.
You didn't have Saleh. So
it was read and react with
So with the
With,
right defensive
Wilkes.
coach, don't you think Sherwood could make a comeback with the right defensive coach?
Yeah, well, he kind of started to at the end of the year, right? He played better at the very end when they got rid of Wilkes and
Yeah,
stopped
when
with the.
Chris Harris came in. Yeah.
I mean, he played a little better at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
So
coaching. It's all coaching.
it could be. So we can say that we want that middle linebacker. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying that we're not going to draft a linebacker because we should.
No. We need to.
Oh yeah, no, we should definitely. But maybe he's not as bad as we think he is. So, he could be. He could come back.
He can complement.
Right, he could be a
good
big compliment.
linebacker.
Right, exactly.
Hey, you know how old Simpson is?
26,
28.
28. Okay,
He's still fucking young.
he's
What are
still
we talking
young. Yep, that's it.
Oh,
What you talking about, Willis?
What are we talking about? Like he's fucking young.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's that nasty type of offensive lineman that you need. Okay. Like this whole shit of like, bro, that was one thing that I could not stand about Quinnen Williams. He was too fucking nice, bro. Like he was just too fucking nice. No, dude, give me the old school type of lineman that he stinks. He is just nasty, bro. Like his order is there, but
that is Eccles at Mississippi.
Yeah,
give me that, bro.
That guy can play.
So
In the
you
middle.
guys are in favor of the big fat D line now?
I've been
Yeah.
on that, man. But is it the D line or is it the linebacker that I want? That's where I'm battling myself right now.
There's like so many holes, like you said.
Exactly.
That's why, honestly, it just makes the most sense to take the best player the whole way through this.
Because you need it anyway.
Sure.
There's so many more options at quarterback next year, but people are going to be like impatient because is what's going to be. We're going to have to hope that the plan is to get a decent veteran bridge, not a trash heap veteran bridge, but somebody that can actually play a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you just figured out Aaron Glenn's plan, I assume. That's it. The plan is the plan. You just gave it away.
So I said this. I
His
said
concepts of the plan.
Yeah.
I said for the bridge, if he shakes free, right, and I don't think he's gonna cost us a lot. They did make a valid point in regards to maybe Woody Johnson, but if Woody Johnson's not really being involved in a lot of this shit anymore, and all of that, so I don't think that would matter. But Kirk Cousins, why the fuck not? Like, I would take a chance on Kirk over a Marcus Mariota.
Is Atlanta going to let him go, though?
That's supposedly the talk. That's the conversation, that they're going to cut him.
Is it just me, or do we say this every year about Woody meddling and stuff?
When would they have to
It's
cut
every
him?
year.
When would they have to cut him?
June 1st,
Is
maybe?
he a June 1st, or they have to
he's a June
designate
1st.
him as a June 1st?
Oh, you hold on until you get something for him.
Bring your Drew Aller. Bring these guys in the later rounds.
But you know what I'm
He
saying? He has
a quarterback that he was talking to me too about. What's the quarterback from was it from Illinois?
Altmaier? Yeah, he's good. He's 6'2". I mean, he can play. He's better. I'll put it like this. You all saw Tommy Cutlets come out and play for the Giants, and he was an Illinois guy, and he did fine for till he didn't. But this guy, I wouldn't take him. You don't have to take him early or anything like that. But he was a 5-star coming out, went to Mississippi, and then it didn't work out there, and he transferred in, and he had a good year. So, I mean, I'm fine with a dart throw quarterback that could maybe become, like, for me, he could be a long-term backup. I'm not saying be a starter, but I want to find a long-term cheap backup so we don't have to spend the money. Go spend the money somewhere else.
I think we need that, right? Don't we?
We need a lot of things.
Yeah, dude, we have no idea, bro. We're going into almost an empty quarterback next year right now. We have Hendon Hooker and Bailey Zappi right now.
I haven't looked at Zappy too much. If he can he hit intermediate routes? Because that's really all we need. Like, that's where Tanner schemes everybody open, right?
Yeah.
True.
So we just need a guy that's going to not hold the ball and will throw that pass.
Kirk Cousins.
We just need to get 10 yards every play. That's it. You don't have to go big.
Currently,
Keep
Luke
moving that ball.
Altmaier is ranked as the number 15 quarterback in the draft.
15. So, yeah,
That's not bad.
15.
no, he's a good player. I'm telling you.
No, but I'm saying to be 15, it's not bad.
Snowball, do you have his stuff up? Can you show it?
I have Draft Buzz up so I can share it with you guys.
Yeah, pull his stats up and look at his QBR. I mean, the guy can play, and he can run a little bit too, which doesn't hurt. He's just not the top end guy, but he's done it in the Big Ten for the last 2 years. So,
I got to back up one screen. Just hang with me for a second.
like
Hopefully
I
this
said,
doesn't
I
go-
see long-term backup with him.
And guys, and if you guys are watching, please make sure to hit the like button and make sure you sub. We appreciate you guys. We are on the road to 500.
All right.
Altmaier.
6'2", 205, Illinois.
Like I said,
where's his overall rating?
He went to Mississippi first, and he lost out to Jackson Dart, so he transferred out. But I mean, there you go.
Right. Where's his info? Where's his oh, this is his stat stuff over here. So we could take a look. Overall rating, 79.6 out of 100.
How old is he?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it doesn't say his age.
I mean, he's a senior. He's done. He's exhausted his.
So yeah, so he's not going back.
No.
Right.
He won't be going back.
So he's got to be around 21, 22.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
born in
He was
2002. He is 23 years old.
There you go.
67.4 completion percentage, 22 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, he values the ball. He always has.
Yes, he does. He's if anything, he's a very good game manager.
Mm-hmm. That's what, and that's all I need for a backup, right? Maybe he can win us a game, 2 or 3, something like that. You know.
Yeah.
Can you pull up? I saw that you could pull up Alar.
And I'm not just like pumping Illinois guys. I don't want you guys to think that or whatever. But here's the other part of it.
It's okay.
I see their games the most, right? So these are the guys that when I watch a game, like Witherspoon that got drafted by Seattle. Like the first time I saw that guy, so that's an NFL player. I would love to have him on my team. And then he took the league by storm his rookie year, right? When he got drafted by Seattle and dominated.
What's your thoughts on Aguilar? He's another one nobody's talking about. And I like Aguilar from Tennessee.
Joey Aguilar from is he Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Or Drew Aller. Who are you talking about?
Well, we'll talk about Alar first, and then we'll bring up Aguilar.
I mean, Altmaier outplayed him in the bowl game. You know, Illinois played Tennessee in the bowl game, and Illinois' defense without Hackus didn't play in that game because he's getting ready for the draft. But Illinois, you know, made him look pretty pedestrian. I guess he's fine. I guess.
Alar, 6'5".
Yeah. Look at Alar. Yeah, he's an Adonis.
Pounds.
He'll be there late
Right.
too. That's another guy. You gotta decide what you want, right?
Yeah. QB rating 93.8. He's got 1,100 yards, 64.8 completion percentage, 8 touchdowns because of the.
Who is the dinosaurs that have I mentioned, guys? Any dinosaurs at all?
Yeah, Kirk
Cousins.
As
He's
a
a
fucking
dinosaur.
as a bridge. That's it.
That's that rattly bridge that you go over. That keeps
Fuck,
going.
man. So who we bring in? Malik Willis that's gonna cost us an arm and a fucking leg.
I don't want to overpay for a guy, but you need to buy a guy at least for probably if you're going that route. The right thing to do would be to buy a guy for 3 years.
Yeah.
Honestly, because then you can draft a guy in 27 and he can actually sit.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you show Aguilar?
You want Aguilar?
Yep.
I think Mayava
Sure.
might end up being a guy next year. Honestly,
True. No, but Aguilar's out, isn't he? He's coming out.
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm saying
we'll have to
Mayava's
move the
going back to
second screen
school.
for him.
He'd be a 27, right? Yeah.
Look at that. Nussmeier's ranked 3
Well, now he is.
because of Dante Moore. I was going to say. Altmaier we looked at. Who am I looking for?
Look at my guy
Aguilar?
right there. Look at my guy.
That's why I
Gunner,
dropped
baby.
this year also. He was considered one of the high picks for this 2026.
Which one?
He was too.
Johnny, which one are you talking about?
Nussmeier, yeah, he got benched.
And then
I don't.
next
I
one.
feel like if somebody's going to dart throw Nussmeier, it's going to be his dad in New Orleans as a backup.
Yep.
What about
Number?
Tyler Van Dyke?
You just like him because
6'4".
he's 6'4".
He's 6'4", 230. I like the size. I like the frame. I don't know. Can he throw the ball? All right. Aguilar. Oh, this is the guy I was looking at before too. Calzada. All right.
Damn, where the
I
hell
don't
is
see
that?
him.
They don't even have him up there.
They don't even have it up there. Nope. He didn't even rank in the top 32. That's it.
Wait for the combines and all that. You're going to see some guys going to spark right up
there.
A bunch
this guy's
of them.
going to take it all. I'm telling you. Zach.
Hey, he's a
Zach.
Georgia. He's a Georgia kid. Yo, I like Georgia players, man.
So Aguilar's fighting for Aguilar's fighting for an extension to go back to school. That might be why he's not appearing on this.
Yeah, but he got denied. It got denied. So he's trying to appeal it. And it looks from everything that I read, they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah, like the Chambliss, right? They didn't give it to him either.
Correct.
Yeah, the Chambliss' problem is he's going to come under 6 feet. I don't think that's going to hurt. Yeah, it's
you have to have a special offense for people like that. Kyler Murray, Doug Flutie, Drew Brees, all these guys. You have to have a specialized offense for these guys. You have to have holes that you create, mobile pockets, like all this stuff. I just want a guy to stand back there and throw the freaking ball. Like just stand, get the ball, throw the ball. Occasionally roll to the right or to the left and throw the ball, like when you have to. The tiny guys, no little men, no little men.
Let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you guys this. Okay. Andy Reid calls, and he's like, "Look, Patrick Mahomes is hurt. He's going to be out for a while, but I'm kind of wanting to move from him." It takes.
Are you drinking? You get the first question.
Yes, I am. So I am.
Those meds are kicking in, buddy.
I am completely drunk and mad. I just want to get your guys' thoughts. Would you take him?
What?
All right. It takes us our first twos. One this year and one next year. Let's say that.
From
two first round picks. That's it.
That's it.
Then why wouldn't you?
You weren't going to do it. You would have done it for Mendoza.
Just saying. So it's the second pick, and then whatever the high pick would be next year.
Yeah. I mean, no brainer. The fact that that's all they want would be a no brainer.
Snowball, you look a little stunned.
And monkeys could fly out of my butt.
I'm just throwing that out there. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. And yes.
But remember, he might not come back until like way, 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 way deep into the season.
So
he might even come back at all that next year if they're losing and they have a losing record. Why bring him in?
Listen, if I'm gonna get a broken quarterback, I want to break him. That's it. But except for that Alar guy, he's actually promising. Jordan Travis last year, boy, what a travesty that was, right?
Dude, it only happens to the fucking Jets, man. Like it really does. You don't hear about a guy that is healthy as anything. Okay, is having the best time in his life. He's gonna be able to do a good project on maybe a Zach Wilson. Okay, he's in Cali, living his best dream on his bicycle. No, it wasn't in Cali. It was in Jersey, right?
It was Jersey,
right? Okay, so he's in Jersey, just having a good old time.
Boom.
Dead, done.
Right?
Oh my gosh, quarterback coach, nap, dead, blah blah blah, and I'm like,
Johnny, the curse isn't real.
It's fucking real.
That definitely changed a lot of things. The trajectory of, that's really bad. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know that he could have saved Zach. Everyone said he's
no one has.
Steve Young thought it was a great thing that he was here and he was going to learn from him, and maybe that would have helped him. But exactly. No one has. I don't know why
Steve Young. I guess that's just
it's not between the ears there. The processing isn't there, right? That's why I want a smart guy that can process the field and get it done. This
So
is
you're-
also why I want Jim Leonard, and it's not because he played for the Jets. He was one of my
He was
favorites.
very
Jets.
smart when he
He's
played
a
for the
very
Jets.
intelligent player, right? He called
Yeah.
all the defensive calls
Yeah.
and everything. That's the kind of guy you need on the back end.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of guy you want as a coach because he understands, right? So
Because he's got it between the ears.
now whether he just interviewed as a courtesy to Mougey because of the relationship and he would not actually consider coming here, but I think if I was having that conversation with him hey, if something changes, here's a job opening potentially here, right?
I think he was just in the area.
No.
Jim Harbaugh came and interviewed with the Giants, and Jim Leonard just happened to be in the area, and he was like, "Oh yeah, maybe I'll just go." over and
He
see
also
what
probably
you
saw
do."
Van Joseph wasn't getting a head coaching job, so he
Mhm.
knew he wasn't going to get a DC position with the Broncos. So
Yeah.
take your chances. Listen, 32 coaches in every team for every position.
Yeah, right.
You take it. Look, we had 8 guys interview to this team.
That's true.
They
And
want
how-
they want it because they'll go down the road. If they do good with this team
Yeah,
and see some development, it's on their resume and they
I mean,
can go
what if-
somewhere else.
33rd team brought in 89 candidates for the head coach like last year. So
Wasn't
I
that
know.
many?
That whole
Yeah.
thing makes me sick.
that's what it seemed like. It seemed like an entire bus came in.
Yeah, but it
Used to
wasn't
interview
qualified guys. I can tell you
No,
that.
they weren't. But they just brought warm bodies in to show them that they were doing something, and then
Yeah,
whatever.
they didn't tell you how many of them refused to interview.
Yeah.
They didn't want to come in to be interviewed.
No.
Hey Snowball, I sent you an
Yeah.
email. Can you show it on the
You
screen?
sent me an email.
So I want to let you guys know that the curse is real, okay? And the curse has been here. It's going to continue to keep being in here, okay? And us at Jets Worldwide have tried everything that we could to destroy the curse. It just is not happening. It's too strong. And we want to say, Christian, appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on, man. If it's the first time, appreciate you coming on, man. Hit the sub, hit the like. But yes, they're my favorite team too, and it's bad.
All
What
right.
is this that you sent him?
Yeah, we'll show it if you haven't seen it already.
This is a Jets Worldwide exclusive. We have done everything. We have chanted. We have done fire pits. We've like ISU knows what I'm talking about. I mean, they sacrifice people out there, okay? Like, and this is what we're trying to do. Nobody was hurt by the making of this video.
Joe Namath. This was in my backyard. We've tried to kill-
A Vikings funeral.
Yep.
Well, I couldn't put him out on a boat.
But yeah, it's more like Darth Vader at the
Yes, exactly.
We tried. Afram.
And it worked for
ISU.
about a quarter after that.
And then it was done. It was like, guess what? We let you think that it was gonna be okay. We're gonna show you how bad that game was so bad. I mean, you guys believe on the curse? ISU, Afram?
No, I just think it was incompetency.
For this long?
It is.
yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at it this way. He stayed out of it for a little bit because he didn't really know anything about football. He doesn't know anything now. But he had success. He had a team with Edwards. Then Mangini had put together a solid team, and then he forced Brett Favre in there. And of course, that guy doesn't tell you he's injured. So we start off 8-4, right? And then we end up not even making the playoffs. And then slowly, Rex gives us some success 2 years in a row. First year by luck, and then
Repeats though.
He never hired a established head coach. always went with the coordinator unexperienced because it was cheaper.
And he also
And he had
likes to be right.
opportunities bringing guys, but he did it. And then you had Tannenbaum, who was basically trading away all our picks to get guys because he thought the best chance to win now. And then it hurt us in the later years. And then Idzig was a total mess. Rex was starting to pick players, which he has no clue how to judge talent. And so we get rid of him. They bring in Bowles, and it's just one bad decision after another.
You forgot where I feel like the real turning point from the 10 and 11 team, when they got rid of Schottenheimer and they hired that fucking Sperano that ran that offense down in Miami that was terrible. Mm-hmm. And then we decide we're going to bring him here to be the OC.
Yeah. And why did they get rid of Schottenheimer? Because someone had to take a hit.
Yeah.
Just like LaFleur had to take a hit with Saleh.
Yeah. Somebody's got to be the fall guy.
But it was not necessary. It was not necessary. Maybe perhaps it's the quarterback.
We do a lot of things that aren't necessary, and that's why we are where we are. So
that's why we are cursed, the New York Jets. The curse is alive, baby. Like,
it's not really a curse when you do it to yourself, though. That's the thing. Hiring fucking Tony Sperano.
It's the soul of what he did. Okay,
because when no one wants to come here because you make stupid decisions, you don't think these guys know who the owner is?
Of course they know. If they don't know, they're stupid.
Okay.
Of course.
The curse.
Look at what the Tomlin before that was
William and Mary coach, wasn't he?
They've had three coaches in the last 50 years or something like that.
Yeah, Coward, right?
Coward, and then Chuck Noll before that.
Yeah.
3 coaches in the last 50 years or so. More than that.
I'm sure glad AG's with you guys and not leading.
Yeah.
We can send them back. I mean,
you can have them. A lot of New York fans don't want them around, so if you feel like taking them back.
And Christian is saying with our second pick, we should maybe get Drew Nussmeier and all that. He's gonna be there way later. So
Nussmeier might go in the second.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But now with our second pick.
No. He may go to a team in a second.
Well, listen, the way Draft Buzz has it listed, right? You got Mendoza. You got
if they figure a way to move into the third, I think that's where they'll try to get a quarterback.
We need a quarterback, though. Our defense is decent. Christian, our defense was almost dead last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, brother.
Then again, that's also coaching.
You know,
yeah.
I've seen enough. Like I said, my whole thing is I've seen enough of a great defense with no fucking offense. Sorry for the language. Excuse me.
Oh, you're good. We're good.
That's okay.
You're allowed to do that here.
That's mild right now.
I've seen enough. I've seen enough of that though, man. Like, I want all the weapons. I want to be able to hang 35 points a game every game and not even think twice about it, and get me enough defense to slow somebody down. Then they might turn into being great.
Yeah, you're not going to face great defenses every game.
No. Well, we're going to be playing a last place schedule.
Our schedule is brutal next year. If you look at it.
Yeah, it's not a good schedule that we have.
We get screwed all the time. Why are we playing Denver every year? I don't get that. Why are we playing Denver every year?
Because that's the West, baby. And we need to conquer it.
That's injury stadium. So if we travel there, we'll lose somebody on the offensive line. It's just the way things go.
Please do not bring AVT there anymore.
Oh,
AVT, Hall got injured there.
Yeah.
Same game.
Has there been any news on Miami's head coaching hire yet?
Nope. It's going to be Saleh, bro. Watch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think
they'll have a good defense.
Is it Saleh or is it Saleh going to – was it Atlanta?
Oh, to go back with Ulbrich?
Oh, Jesus.
No.
That'd be awesome.
Jets 2.0. But
right? Like, we're doing a redo. Bring it back.
I mean, look, Ulbrich
He
with
might even
the-
go to
the
Tennessee.
DC?
Tennessee should be getting offensive coordinator.
No, I keep thinking from what I saw was Mike McCarthy. They're big on Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
To be able to help out Cam Ward.
Yeah. Like we picked Gase over Mike McCarthy because Peyton Manning said, "Oh yeah, he's a good guy."
Did you guys see
Chris Johnson's a dipshit and had no business being involved in that hiring situation.
Why are you calling anybody? There's nobody on this earth that's going to take a call and put somebody down because it's going to come back to them.
Right?
Okay? All right.
Hey,
Johnny?
Christian, we Cook and Taylor are not going to be there. We have Zappy and we have Hendon Hooker now. So
that's it.
Yeah, it's a little bit stuff going on there.
We haven't done anything with Cook yet. He's technically not gone, but we all know what he is. So
he's cooked, basically.
I told you, Johnny, if we stayed on long enough, the riffraff would come back. So I don't know what to tell you. Where is he?
You got to play with it.
Uh-oh.
Got to bring him back.
That's the intro I get, you son of a bitch.
Nick Seinfeld.
Nick Shine riffraff. Yes, we love him though.
Riff
we love
Raff.
Nick Shine. We love.
Yeah, but Nick's
Nick
from New
Shine.
Jersey. I'm from New Jersey, so I've got to stick up for him.
That's all right. I'm a Long Island
I know.
crazy
I'm sorry to hear that, but that's
asshole, but that's all right. Whatever.
Hey Nick,
Yes,
do you
sir.
believe in the do you believe in the curse?
He's in the darkness. Of course, he believes in the curse.
The curse got him. See? Proven point right there. Proven point right there.
You believe in the curse. He was about to tell you, and the curse was like,
The curse, no.
Guys are so cruel.
Johnny, I'm getting tired, man. I've been going since 4:30 this morning. So
I'm with it. So guys, this was awesome. This was a great show tonight, man. Like it was great. Everybody that's watching is still here with us. We thank you guys so much in regards to this. But we are gonna be closing up shop.
he's got double.
You said that an hour ago.
I know.
But then
Wait, an hour and a half ago. I popped in at 9:30 and you guys were like 9:27 and you're like, oh, we're gonna wrap up the show soon.
I'm trying.
Whatever. The best shows are the ones that go on forever.
dude, like
Be good, bro. Good seeing you.
He's got
Happy holidays,
on
Monday.
his phone and on his
Sorry, I just had to wish my buddy Terrell happy holidays Monday.
that's funny. Well, Afram.
Yes, sir.
Where can everybody
catch you?
Here. I'm not a content creator.
I know.
Come on and
Come on and help you guys.
Well, Afram, we appreciate you. Am I echoing?
ISU. Nice meeting you.
Oh, nice meeting you too.
Nick, have a good one.
Be good, sir.
Be well.
See you, Afram. I think Nick has. I'm hearing much.
Nick is
echoing.
Ah.
Nick, why are you echoing me?
because he
There you
has
go.
his phone connected to his radio.
Well, Nick, where can everybody catch you?
You can find me in the truck. I just put it on the phone. Is it still echoey?
It's better now.
No, way better now.
Yeah.
God damn, Snowball, you calm down with your assertiveness. We're not in school, man.
I listen. I am who I am. I can't change who I am.
And calm down, Popeye.
I believe the curse is real. A deal was made involving the league merger, Super Bowl win for us to be trashed forever after.
That's it.
Agreed. Nick, appreciate you coming on, my guy.
You can find me at every screening of the movie Housemaids, checking out Sydney Sweeney's bosoms time and time again.
And that is a Nick Shine Show exclusive. Catch him on tomorrow with Pride and Chaos. The reunion. They are back 8 p.m. The Nick Shine Show. Shine time.
It's shine and chaos. It is no longer pride and chaos. Shine and chaos.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Snowball.
He will always be a proud New York Jet fan to me.
I feel like I'm alone though in that.
Hi.
There's a lot of closet pride people out there.
Yeah. I mean, you work in a school. These schools are recruitment centers nowadays. You know better than anybody.
I'm telling you. We have gender neutral bathrooms for everyone.
Nick, question from the chat.
What?
Did you find your toe?
I'm not looking.
Okay.
All right.
He's
Well,
not looking.
Nick, we appreciate you.
Who is
brother,
that?
man.
I can't see who made that comment. Who is that?
That was the guy that was just here, and he just left.
Yeah,
Afram?
that was
Yep.
Afram.
That was Afram.
Oh, that's not nice, Afram.
No.
That's not nice. We sat here, we talked, we got along, and then you leave and throw a jab like that. Heartless.
I think he's genuinely concerned.
I think so too.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take it that way. So
Words hurt. Words hurt. I'm gonna go cry now. Good night, everybody. Thanks for having me on.
Later,
night.
Nick. Appreciate you, brother.
Afram, you're dead to me.
Good night, Nick.
And then there was Tree.
Yep.
ISU. So
where can everyone
now that-
catch you?
Now that we have you on,
You can
Right.
find me in the club.
bottle full of bub. Let me know when it's again love. Oh.
Now that you got me on, what were you gonna say?
So now that I got you on, right? Myself and Snowball have been talking, right? And I wanted to address this with you. I know you're busy. You
I
stay
am
doing
busy.
stuff, right? Which is
Yeah.
good. But I would like to see if you would be able to, carve some time. So if you could let the little boss know that if she's there, that I appreciate her so much. She is the best individual in the entire world. Without her, the ISU household crumbles. Like
This-
she's the glue to everything.
This is
Okay.
potentially true. I will agree with that.
Okay. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm trying. Okay.
She's sleeping right now.
No, but you could show her this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Just not this part. But
You already got her with the Christmas card, so you're good.
But with that being said, we are wanting to do like a mock draft type of show at one point.
Sure.
And I've always liked the individuals that you've brought over because it is not the same type of people that everybody's talking about. I don't want to make it boring. I don't care about what every other freaking NFL team is going to do. No, what we're going to do.
Sure.
And I would like to do something as a potential, let's go one draft heavy on defensive players. Hey, Hawk, brother, what's going on?
What's
Brother
up, Hawk? How you doing, man?
And then one draft will go offensive players, and then we'll do an even breakdown. What are your thoughts on that?
What do you mean? What are my thoughts? That's fine.
Okay, well, you heard it here first. It's going to be an ISU.
Oh, you
draft
want me to
party.
participate in this? Is what you're telling?
Yes.
We want you to be in the draft. We're getting a grade of D. I'm just telling people right now because all the draft things, the picks that we'll make are not going to be the ones that they think we should make. So
Correct.
Okay.
but
Sure.
it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting nonetheless.
So I think this would be fun. Guys, it'll be an interactive type of draft as well. But ISU knows his shit is what I'm trying to say. Okay.
Well, I
And
appreciate that.
so he does. And he's going to bring stuff to where a lot of people don't know who these players are, which is a good thing because it should be. I mean, you constantly hear about Ty Simpson, Fernando Mendoza, but I guarantee you never heard of who the Illinois quarterback is, who the Illinois State quarterback is, or who this other wide receiver. Nobody knew who Pat Bryant was last year, and look what Pat Bryant's doing over there in Denver.
Well, look where Pat Bryant got drafted, 3rd round, right?
Yeah.
Hmm,
So
I don't know. Nobody was even talking about him except for one guy.
exactly. So
Who is that?
he's the wide receiver over there in Denver.
I don't know, Snowball. I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh, what are you gonna do? Sometimes we pick winners. Sometimes diamonds in the rough. So
Ricky likes his Florida State guys. Alan likes his Iowa guys. I watch a lot of Big Ten and I watch a lot of FCS. So I know a lot of the guys that most people don't know. Okay. And everyone's going to say Trey Lance's little brother at North Dakota State, best wide receiver in FCS. And I'm going to politely disagree. Might have the best measurables, but Sobkowitz by far is the best receiver in FCS. So
Sobkowitz.
Sobkowitz.
Is he Jewish?
No.
Is he Polish?
He might be. I don't know. I don't know that much about, like, I don't know his, that part of it.
Well,
but Sobkowitz to walk on Snowball, and I want guys with heart that turn into warriors.
We're gonna call him the Polish Jew.
I'm gonna call him that SOB because he's going to be that son of a bitch that everybody is talking shit about, and he's just so good.
Where the hell did he come from? ISU knows.
And this will be a Jets worldwide exclusive. So
Sobkowitz.
So Sobkowitz, you get drafted by the New York Jets.
Yeah.
Please come on to our show. All right. Because we have been pounding the table for you to become a New York Jet. All right.
Listen, I just learned about him tonight, so I'm not pounding any tables.
I've been tweeting at the Jets. Please do not overlook this guy. Please. I don't know if their social media team will pass it on, but I hope they would.
Well, listen, don't let go of the rope.
Yeah.
Draft Sobkowitz. That's it.
There better not be rope in that box, Snowball.
There's a little, there might be a little bit of rope in there too. You never know. You never know. There's a whole box of this. So listen, Johnny, I'm ready to go out into the blistering cold in the backyard and enjoy a cigar next to my fire. So this has been an excellent show. I have really enjoyed my time here. I mean, if anything, just the fact that, and I've seen other people on other YouTube shows, Johnny and I am going to dub us the not having to take a leak kings of Jets YouTube. 3.5 hours and nobody took a break. I didn't leave. He didn't leave. We are bladder masters. Okay,
that's impressive.
Or I'm a bladder filler, and there's a reason why there's a whole bunch of Gatorade bottles that are always around me.
Don't say that.
They get filled up, and so just so you guys know.
Are you wearing Depends tonight or what?
No.
I
just I've been on a lot of car rides where you can't stop, and then you just got a Gatorade bottle, you just gotta go, and then just.
It's the teacher in me, man. Like I can. It doesn't matter. I got ultimate control. That's it. It's just like I don't have enough time between classes. So
Oscar says no more Gatorade for me for a while.
Don't go to Johnny's house and drink the yellow Gatorade.
If it's warm, hey, that's a fresh one, baby. Be good for you. But I assume
Snowball's trying to get us. I'll say this before I go. You asked about the curse earlier.
Yes.
So what I'm going to say is the Chicago Cubs, everybody thought they were under the Billy Goat curse, and it took them 108 years. Please, God, don't let that happen to us. But they did it on their own, and they won a World Series. So if it can be done by them, of all people, the worst baseball team on the planet, then the Jets can absolutely come out of this funk, and the curse, if it does exist, will get broken by these guys.
Joe Namath is 82 years old, and this May he turns 83, and the average age of a retired football player, I'm not going to tell you. But anyway, we're all rooting for Joe Namath to continue his long life and continue to live on. Joe Namath, our hero.
Go.
Maybe all he has to do is kiss Susie Colbert and actually finish it.
Oh, you know what? Like maybe that's I want to kiss you. And she was like, thanks, Joe.
Maybe that's just that kiss. He gets that kiss in and we're safe.
I didn't even care about the kiss. The line that gets to me, I could care less about the New York Jets. Like, why does that not get clipped as much as the whole I want to kiss you?
Oh,
no,
we need that. We need that.
Shit, that dude said.
All right, guys. I'll let you go because I know Snowball wants to run.
Yes.
Later, man.
Yep.
Right.
See you guys.
Thanks,
man.
Yep.
And with that, it was us.
That's it, man. Yep.
Snowball, this was fun. I looked.
Johnny Boy?
Yeah, that's Johnny Boy.
Looking forward to having our guy ISU come back. to do this draft special that we're going to try to do.
Mhm.
We'll set it up sometime, but I think it'll be intriguing. Again, it'll be a lot of names that he brings up that not many people are talking about, which
True.
I like. And it's not going to be a whole real like super easy draft. Like, no, we're not doing
No.
that shit. I could care less about every other NFL team. Okay. I just want players that are ours. What are we going to get? Why should we get them? What would they bring if they're coming on over here with us? So,
to end the show, I would like to thank the 13 people who, I don't have your names. I've just been like following the analytics. The 13 people that subscribed tonight, that amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That much closer to 500. We're working our way there. On your way out, if you haven't done so, hit the like. Again, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw tonight. We try to put on a good show every Friday at 7:30. So appreciate you all. Love you all. All the best to the New York Jets in the future.
yes,
And,
like we need it because shout out to our guys, Matt, and to Jets Chaos. Thank you guys so much for coming onto the show. We're going to record some shorts. We're going to put them out because alter egos. No, you can.
Can you now?
Yep.
Oh, we can now. Okay.
Yep.
Used to be 2 hours. That was the limit. Well, all right. Good.
Well, with that being said,
yep.
This is another episode of Jets
Worldwide. Wide.
And we're out.
We're just ending it, right? Can we just end it tonight?
End it.
Are you doing it or